everywhere you eat. Now your top reasons to visit Morango.
Lucky gift giveaway. Get a 2.8 quart Dutch oven when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. April 1st. No falling.
Number 2.
Neil. Live June 20th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Cadillac Lyric. Be here this Sunday at 10 p to win.
Morango. Good times.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Don't call it a comeback, Jack.
Yeah!
9 o'clock in the Southland.
Heck yeah.
On a soft live imaging Tuesday. Here we go. The Travis and DeMarco show is on.
Welcome back.
What is up, man?
It's good to be back.
Look at you.
We're going to have some fun and frivolity today.
Damn right. Looking all pretty over there. Look at you. Looking all sexy.
All I had to do was almost die to lose the weight.
Come on. They say, beauty is pain? There you go. Right there.
It's pain and it's beautiful.
And you look beautiful, my man.
Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, man.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Lakers continue to lose to fast, young teams. And it is
fast, young, mediocre
tall
teams.
Yes. And it is a tragedy what happened to Juju Watkins last night.
Oh, my God. It's the what knee is it again? Is it the left knee? The jumper knee? I don't know which knee it is.
And corporate Greg Bergman
my God,
is barely walking around. He's hobbling this morning because he hurt his back. Not playing a game, but working out. And there's still a hum in this microphone, even though I've been gone for like 3 months.
That's embarrassing, Greg.
There's a hum in my headset, too.
How old is Greg?
FYI.
How old is
My
Greg?
age, 41.
Greg is too young to be hurting his back.
Well,
that's not true.
That's an old man thing.
No, I had a back surgery when I was 22.
I mean, come on, dude. You gotta be better than that. You can't be walking around looking old.
22, I had a back surgery.
He's
you
doing
were pitching though.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's half his age.
Come on.
And you catched on the weekends. I know it's caught, but their catched work better.
Welcome back, Chris.
Good morning to producer Emily and producer Jorge.
Hey.
Buenos dias.
Oh my God, the JJ Redick stare. Let me.
Yeah, well, JJ Redick better stop staring.
Oh man,
yeah.
He's
We'll
about
get
to.
him.
He's about to pop. He's about to snap.
Yeah, he was oddly like it's the calm before the storm, right? There's oddly
that little piece of hair is out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know he's about to snap. Right. Yeah.
Oddly moderate last night.
Now you didn't roar. Is that no longer a thing?
No, it is. I just was caught off guard. I didn't know you were coming to me. So roar!
There we go.
There we
now
are.
it feels right.
Buenos dias.
Hey, buenos dias.
You didn't say hi to Jorge, Chris.
I
you
said good morning to producer Emily and producer Jorge.
Okay, I missed that part.
You were staring at him.
I heard the Emily part. I didn't hear the
You
Jorge
were
part.
staring a hole through his head. Yes.
Well, I just, I thought maybe we might ease back into it. I didn't know that we were just going to jump right
Come
back
on.
into
You know how it
the,
is.
We're gonna put
the
listen,
stuff that
yeah,
is
we're gonna go right
completely
in.
disinteresting to me, but that's fine.
What, Lakers talk? Or?
No, the other stuff.
Because I thought Beto said you don't like
Oh
Lakers talk.
God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
No, Chris, you should ask Travis about safety bases in college baseball.
Oh, my God.
Goodness, bro.
So
hey,
stupid.
he almost snapped over this. He really
So
did.
Beto or Travis?
No, Travis over safety bases.
See, right back into it.
I still don't get why he's so mad about it.
Because it's stupid?
See?
Because it's unnecessary?
It's safer. It's safer.
It's not.
It's a little bit
dumb.
safer.
It's dumb.
By the way, I've been waiting like over 2 months to say this.
Go ahead.
I had 4 strokes, 3 seizures, and I have congestive heart failure.
Yeah.
At least I don't have CTE.
Well, I don't yet.
This is
that's
where
not
you
what
should
that-
be staring
Yeah,
at him.
That's not what some would say. I mean,
I don't yet. No. The only way to find out is when you're dead. So there you go.
Yeah, that's not great.
I know.
That's not how you want to find out.
after.
no, I think they
doesn't
can give you
matter.
an MRI, can't they?
No.
Yeah, there's ways. I
thought they have to do the slice.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
To find out, you have to be dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I have the concussion thing coming up. I have to go and retest in Cerritos.
What is that? What's the
We
concussion?
should do a live
When
broadcast.
the NFL caught doing the thing, what do they call it? Recalibrating?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we all have to go through
How
and
often
retest
do you
again.
do that?
Oh man, this case has been going on forever. Like I've been retired since what? officially 03.
Okay.
It's still going on.
So they do a baseline thing, evaluation?
Baseline, you have to start all over again. And
what's the test? Is it
that stuff I gave you? I'll give you 3 words.
Do you want us to send some of the air checks to the shows? That should be evidence.
That's what I thought. See, I tried both ways. I went in there looking like a mess. I went in there like being.
So, 2003, you retired. You've been milking people to pay you to do this for that long?
Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you very
good.
much.
Good job.
Fooled them again.
Yep. That's it. That's it.
Fool them again.
As long as they keep showing up, you keep taking their money.
That's right. It's good to see you, man.
It's good to see you.
I love going at it with you, but it's just good to see you there, right there, amongst us. Yeah.
No, it's very blessing to be here, to be back. I didn't know. I mean, there were some people that were guaranteeing I wouldn't come back. But we'll talk about that later.
Wow.
Not only is he back, he's back.
He's back.
Yeah. Like, there's physically being back, sitting in the chair, saying good morning, all of these sorts of things. And then there's the Morales backness of it all, which is the score settling, the I'm going to make sure.
Pot stirring.
The pot stirring, the I'm going to make sure that I get exactly what I need out of this Chris Morales.
They sucked 75 pounds. Not sucked, but used medicine.
Diuresed?
Yes. 75 pounds of fluid out of me, and now I've lost another 15. So I'm much like Vito Spatafore in The Sopranos.
Well, tell him now I got the weight off. I'm a much healthier man.
I'm a healthier man now. I could take the top seat.
You know, you kind of do look like Johnny Cakes over there.
Whoa. Oh, Travis? Wait a minute.
What the hell is going on in this show today?
Travis, Johnny Cakes, Rodgers?
Johnny Cakes and how Chris started the show?
If they were casting that role, you'd be closest to it.
Look, Johnny Cakes is a good-looking guy. I'll take it.
You need a little bit more Fu Manchu.
I need to shave out the middle part.
Yeah, you
need a little grayer than Johnny Cakes.
You need the flavor saver.
There you go.
And you got to make homemade sausage, your own sausages.
I thought he did the
pancakes.
Yeah, the
homemade
Johnny Cakes.
The Johnny Cakes were great.
Yeah, we make them ourselves here.
Yeah.
Because Vito asked for, give me some of those.
To come flapjacks or
no,
something like that.
the sausage guy.
Oh, Jimmy Dean's.
Yeah, give me some of those Jimmy Dean's. And he goes,
God.
no, we make our own sausages here.
Oh, boy.
Johnny Cakes was doing something else with sausages too.
No doubt. Yes, sir.
By the way, here's the amazing part. As part of my new life, my next 41 years, hopefully.
Yes.
No more alcohol and no more cigars for the rest of my life.
You gonna be okay with that?
Yeah, I'll be fine. But
the
next visit to Travis's home,
I'll
be sober.
It'll be a different journey.
It'll be a different journey.
You can still have fun.
Oh, you can drive this time.
Yeah,
there you go.
Oh,
you can drive this time.
Have you been driving?
I can't drive because I had seizures in the state of California.
Right.
Your license is banned for 6 months when you have seizures.
Oh, really?
They haven't caught on to DeMarco yet, but
I haven't had a seizure. I didn't know
Thank
that.
God.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know.
Well,
how do they
seizures,
know?
I mean, a lot of people live with seizures.
Yeah.
I'm on anti-seizure medication for probably the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Thank God for medicine. Nobody ever thought I'd say that. But seizures are really deadly if you only have them behind the wheel. In theory,
of course,
some people live and have seizures and they just come out of them and they're kind of, I don't want to say normal, but they're part of the life. If you're driving and you have a seizure, that's bad.
Dangerous.
So my neurologist will have to sign and say, I haven't had any seizures for 6 months. I'm safe to be behind the wheel.
How did DMV know? That's
the hospital.
The
report.
hospital has to tell them. Okay, that makes sense.
Suzanne, she would know about that. Well, no, she deals with kids.
Well, they get seizures too,
but they don't. They don't have licenses.
They don't drive. Yeah,
very rare.
Yeah,
I mean, if kids
rare.
are driving at 5 years old, that's the
she
whole
gets
thing.
some teens.
She does.
She'll get a teen here and there.
When's the first time you drove a car? I won't make a joke. I bet you drove a car way before you should have.
I probably was like 12 when my uncle took me out. And I could drive with him, but
you didn't steal the parents' car solo.
No,
go around the block.
I was a good kid.
Of course, yeah.
I started as a Brandon Walsh type, and then it went all Dylan.
It went sideways on you.
Oh my God,
that was kind of the height of my juvenile delinquency, but I did do that.
You took it around the block.
I took it down to the liquor store to buy baseball cards.
I knew it. See, there we go.
Wow. That's an odd story.
Did they find? Did they catch you?
No,
they never do.
This might be my confession at this
really?
point.
They never knew.
14 or 15. Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to let you guys do the next segment about sports. Then around 9:30 or so, I'll come back. We're going to talk about the Mandy's. We're going to talk about some stuff that's coming up and clear the air a little bit.
Let's just do this. I don't want to talk about the Lakers.
No, we got
the Lakers stink right now.
They do.
I don't want to talk about the Lakers.
They do stink right now.
Yes,
but they'll unstinkify before the playoffs.
You think
hopefully.
so?
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not as bullish as I was, say, 3 weeks ago.
My faith is like his heart percentage right now.
No, my heart percentage is good now.
I mean,
in the beginning, it was bad.
It's better.
Better.
Is it good? Are we in the good range?
What are we doing?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, good.
We're in for what I have. Yeah, we're good.
Are we like a 500 basketball team?
No, a little bit
Keeping
better.
our head
Are we
above
in the
water.
play-in?
We're not as good as the Bulls were on Saturday night.
That's true. Okay.
146 points.
I went
Is
to
that too many?
sleep at the end of the third quarter. Because now I go to sleep early. And when I woke up and checked the score, I went, how did that happen? How did
146 points. The Bulls are the 9th best team in the East.
I'll tell you, stop
The
playing
East-
defense, and they can't miss.
Is it Cody White or Kobe White?
Kobe.
Kobe looked like he looked like Kobe.
He looked
He
like
was
Saturday
making
night.
couldn't miss.
everything.
Oh, my gosh.
He was making
And that's a good fro
everything.
he's got, too. That
He
thing.
does. He's got a lot of hair.
Yeah.
And he wears it out.
He's got like a sideshow bob going.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
He does. He's got the little, like, what is it, like a scrunchy thing, and then it kind of goes out
Yeah,
after
yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot going
That's
on.
back in the 70s.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
going
Yeah,
on.
you should do that, DeMarco.
I wish I could, man. I should show you pictures
When
of
was
me
the
with
last
a fro.
time you had big hair?
The last time Michael Jackson had it? No joke.
Like in the 70s?
Yeah, remember the Michael Jackson 5?
Sure.
They
Like
all
the
had
Off the Wall album?
Yeah, I want to say when the Village People became hot. That's when
That's
the
like
afro started to
late
get shorter.
70s?
Yeah, kind of early, right into the 80s. I remember them
Who was
doing
the black guy in the Village People? Was the cop?
the cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cop, the chief, the
Construction worker.
Yeah, there were a few.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can still move.
I should show you
You
the
could
fro.
probably move a little better, right?
Yeah.
But I got to be cautious.
Yeah, okay.
We got to be looking at the heart rate
The
constantly.
way that you popped out of that chair, can I just, I got to tell you,
Yeah.
that was an explosive move that I have not seen out of you in a long, long time.
By the way, my resting heart rate while I sleep is sometimes in the 50s now.
Yeah.
That hasn't been since I was like 5 years old.
When you get up quickly, do you get dizzy?
Sometimes.
I do too.
Because I don't know why your reason is, but mine is I'm on 20 pills a day. So
I don't have 20 pills. It's because the blood, the stuff has shifted. There's different.
You get up and you get dizzy?
I'm hypotensive.
Hypotensive. So you
I have low blood pressure.
when you sleep.
No, if I'm watching TV,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
and I got my feet up on the couch or whatever, and I get up to get a glass of water or whatever it is, and if I get up quickly,
You actually feel dizzy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
and for the first time in my life, back to me, because I'm back. I sleep all the way through. So I sleep for like 8 hours,
Okay.
and I
Yeah.
sleep all the way through. I never get up.
You
know,
get good
it's
sleep now.
Oh, amazing.
you know
Yeah,
what's weird,
okay.
Chris, and I don't mean to
Oh,
kind
really
of
quick, back to me and
shatter this.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Is exercise, less bad stuff, more good stuff, and sleep. These are fairly important.
Well, I missed that memo for about 10 years.
What were you doing to your body then? That's the thing.
I was
right?
Not
drinking a
sleeping,
lot.
Yeah, a lot.
drinking too much,
Okay.
not exercising, and
Smoking
eating
cigars.
crap.
And Perico, too.
Yeah, okay.
I
How old are
think
you- how old
we
are you
don't
again?
talk about that as much anymore, but the Perico probably had something to do with
Probably
it.
didn't help.
It probably didn't, in general.
Probably, generally speaking, is not something that a physician would say. You know what you
know
need
what
to
they
try
did-
more of is. That's not
Perico.
coming.
But you know what they did say? That the years of a non-carbohydrate diet probably helped in theory because. But now I'm carby Barbie.
Yeah.
I mean pasta every day. I don't care
Yeah,
because
why
I
not?
can't eat tons of it.
Yeah.
So a little bit.
Your-
And
is your appetite way down?
way down.
Yeah.
And I have a fluid restriction and a sodium restriction. So
Oh.
a lot of fun stuff is.
Mrs. Dash is a part of
So
your
what'd
life.
you eat
Mrs.
for
Dash.
dinner last night? Just curious.
So I had like a 5 o'clock snack.
Okay.
With just a little bit of protein pasta in olive oil
Protein
that I had made at
pasta.
home on Sunday. So I had a little bit of that, like
Yeah.
a handful.
Yep.
And then Stephanie and I went to dinner downstairs. Lazy Dog actually makes me a beautiful salad, a Cobb salad without the blue cheese, a lot of salt.
Okay.
Without the bacon, a lot of salt. Even though that was my queen.
That was your
for saying,
thing, yeah.
And then no dressing, just oil and vinegar, and it's great.
Nice.
And I have to
Okay.
weigh myself and take blood pressure every morning. So
You weigh yourself every day?
every morning.
Oh, my
Because
God.
that's how they track congestive heart failure.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not putting weight on. And I have a song now that I sing to Stephanie that I'm a skinny bee. And I dance.
I'm a
'Cause I
skinny
weigh
boy?
No.
I-
I weigh myself. You have to weigh completely nude.
Yes.
So
Stripped down. And you saying I'm a...
I just keep my cross on, but
I
everything
like
else
it.
is free.
That's the best shape I've ever been in, weighing yourself every day. It sucks, though.
Do you know what a protein pasta is?
I was going to... There's
Barilla
pasta
makes it,
with
but
protein.
It's just protein. They use chickpeas with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's all.
Check
'Cause
that out,
pasta,
right?
even
Pasta-
regular pasta has no sodium.
Yeah, I do like that weigh-in. It's an important part. I don't do it every day, but
Do you go free?
Yeah.
of course.
Like the song says, free to feel
Got to
good.
do it
Straight
at
up
the
naked.
same time, at the same way.
It's
every
everybody's
time.
free. Jorge, that's
Al
the song.
fresco Wednesday, every other Wednesday morning, out of the shower. Let's see what
Oh,
we
Right
got
there.
going
Let's see
here.
where we're at. Yes, the big moment.
This is my club days. The last time I weighed this much.
Oh, my God. I can see it now.
All right, Lakers lose. Juju Watkins
Lot less
is
wiggle.
Out of the NCAA tournament with a knee injury, and Morales is
back. My
It's
bad.
Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to espnla.com and click the contest button.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
At Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, we believe you should love who you want to love. And during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you can lease a brand new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Premium all-wheel drive for just $329 per month for 36 months with $39.39 due at signing. Visit Ocean Subaru today.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance, not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. Lease for 10,000 miles per year. VIN RH915476. MSRP $39.50 plus tax, tag, title, and document. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 3/31/2025.
Now, your big ideas don't have to wait. They have everything they need to come to life because Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas. A technology that loves expanding your business and evolving your passion. We push what technology can do so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime, forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in every week for TGL matches, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
This was the song, Jorge, that we realized it was a blinking red light in Seattle in a driving rainstorm.
It's such a funny story.
We got to this point in the album. This
How
light
deep
is
into the album is this?
This is like towards the end. You have gone through the entire experience, yes. Dick's, good burgers. Great burgers.
I don't think it was the burgers.
It was great burgers. Great milkshake. Cardiac French fries.
What's that?
Super salted French fries.
Oh.
I mean, just the right amount of just salty.
Just before these are ruined.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because sometimes that's, by the way, a go-to move of mine. And if I'm like out or something and there's a food left over that we aren't going to take home, and I will keep eating it if it's on the plate in front of me, I got to hit it, and salt it, so I just can't eat it
So
anymore.
You can't eat it? Oh, you ruin the food.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like there's 3 bites of cake left or whatever. Like I know I'm going to eat
salt
it.
on cake?
I won't eat it because I don't want to eat it anymore. I've
smart.
already had like 90% of the slice of cake, and
smart.
I want to kind of stop eating cake.
If you do that for somebody you love, is that rude?
No, I think
if I do that to my brother, you need to stop eating. I just pour salt on all his food.
Look, I've never met your brother, But from what you've told me about your brothers, it sounds like it'll start a fight.
I would take a few, but I'm just trying to help him. But that's a good way to stop.
The Farr brothers seem to get animated quickly.
I mean, over food, yes. We didn't
over anything.
We didn't say prayer. We said go at dinner. That's right.
Great.
Yeah, I like that. Sold.
So, just bad news doesn't even begin to cover it. Juju Watkins tore her ACL in her knee. She's obviously out for the rest of the NCAA tournament. It is probably at least likely, if not certain, that she's going to miss a huge portion, if not all, of next season as well. And it's just a drag.
They've done some fantastic things with ACL and knee reconstruction, and I would assume she's going to get the best care available.
Sure.
Something close to what the Lakers or any professional athlete would get, because she is worth the value.
She's a pro.
She's a pro.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. What knee is it again? I hope it's not the left, because that's her jump leg. Yeah. But go ahead.
I don't know what knee it is, but it's a knee that is needed to play basketball, and she won't be able to play anymore, which really sucks. And there's nothing else you can say besides this. Besides this is just sucks, because it's not only for USC, it's for this tournament. My level of excitement for this tournament has gone down significantly without having Juju Watkins here, because she is the show. She goes out there and she puts on a show every night, and on a major national level that she can't necessarily do in the regular season, can do in the March Madness tournament. And USC's not dead in the water. They could beat Kansas State. It's going to be okay. Like they could get to the Elite Eight, and I wouldn't be shocked. Any further than that, I probably would be a little shocked. Kiki Irifan's fantastic, but it sucks because this program was doing so well. This program was on this national stage competing with the other quote-unquote blue bloods in the women's basketball, UConn and South Carolina, and I'm worried that they won't be able to sustain this without Juju.
Yeah, it's obviously it's bad news for Juju in the short term, because she's out of the tournament, and there's at least a scenario where she doesn't play next year. If this is about a year, a year from now is the middle of the tournament again. So that the timing of this really couldn't be worse. She could be done with school. Now, her health long term, she's going to be okay. Like you said,
she killed it while she was active.
Yeah, DeMarco, like you said, this is an injury that they can repair. This is something that you do come back from.
It is not a death sentence.
This is not a death sentence. It is a temporary stop in her development as an athlete, but she personally will be okay. But, Em, I think you bring up a good point. What does it do for the program? Because it did feel like SC was ascending. They got Lindsey Gottlieb as their coach. They've got her star player. And these things tend to feed on themselves.
Yeah.
But now that she's gone and out, and maybe for a while, does it continue to roll the way that it was?
Juju was also getting the Caitlin Clark treatment. She was getting the State Farm commercials. She was getting Gatorade commercials. She was getting the Degree commercials. And they'll be airing for the rest of the tournament without her there. And I also think about, I think LeBron brought this up last year when talking about Juju, that in women's basketball, you can't go to the league after 1 year. You have to stay, I believe, for 3 years until an age limit. And if Juju Watkins could have gone to the league last year, she'd be in the WNBA and getting paid her professional salary. It might be different than NIL too, but
is she making more now?
I was just going to say, I wouldn't be shocked if she made more.
She might be making more
in the
now.
WNBA.
Yeah.
Yes, but she could be.
I hear what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So her dream of going to WNBA, I don't think will be gone.
She'll play. Yeah.
It's just going to be different.
The sucky thing for me is, you're right. The tournament has lost its luster because I was watching her, not the tournament. It sucks for USC, but that's college sports. They move on. You better reload anyway. I hope you were planning on reloading without her at some point. She was going to leave. You know this, right?
But she would have stayed another year.
So you're not going to get that. That's what sucks for the program.
And she is a recruiting draw in and of herself.
Yeah.
Like, just having her there, people want to play with her. People want to go to the program where she was, where she is, and she could kind of get that snowball rolling down the hill. And it starts to gain some momentum even after she's gone. And now that she is paused at best, at worst is maybe her SC career is done, depending on when she comes back. Does that snowball still have enough momentum to take people with her? I don't know.
We talk about the window all the time with all these different sports, and their window in this version of USC women's basketball was Juju Watkins, and they thought they had 3 years at national title contention. Last year they could have gone to the national title. This year they could still go to the national title, and next year they thought they could too. They had 3 years to get this in, and now they might not at all.
Start recruiting now and see if you can get her to stay. Why
For
not?
her senior year?
Why not? I mean, you're going to make more money here than
maybe. Yeah, it's comparable.
Comparable. It's not going to be more than the other either way.
I would think though, after an injury like that if you
want that, what she just talked about, talk her into staying, because if you leave with a national championship, oh God, yes,
that's different.
Yeah,
that's different. I just wonder if it's not her
her
lifelong goal is to be a pro, right? Like, I want to play at the highest level. That's the highest level of women's basketball. It's the WNBA.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as far as competitiveness goes, yes, for sure.
Okay. Or winning the national championship could be her thing.
Prestigious, for sure. Yeah. Maybe that's it. But if I've had a career-altering injury, do I really want to go back to the second step on the ladder, or do I want to go to the top step?
You know what?
Ladder?
I mean, if you're the rest of the team and you put her number on your jersey, we're going to win it all for Juju, and you come just short, and you're watching that. Hey, they really want to win. Maybe you could talk her into staying until you get that done, till you get the job done, because ain't nobody going to love you like SC loves you. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you go.
But if it were next year, like for instance, if she were a junior and eligible to come out right now, then I don't think that maybe what you're describing would be like, you just got to wait a year, and we're going to come back, we're going to run it again.
Yeah.
You're basically asking her to wait 2 years to turn pro. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
It's a big, but I don't think you lose out on the financial end. And gosh, what do you think their chances were this year anyway?
I think they had a high chance of winning the title
I'd
this
be
year.
leaning into that. Get healthy. We'll keep recruiting around you, and when you come back, we'll get you to where you want to be.
2 years away.
I know, it's a long way.
That's a long time.
And the agents are going to be like, hey, it's time.
Especially this year when they did go out and they did get Kiki Uriafen, who is her like sidekick basically, but now Kiki has to come to the front of this all.
You know, she did the thing, and I know I'm not the litmus test exactly, but I think I'm a good representation of it. I know who she is. I don't know who very many women's basketball players are. I just don't watch women's basketball. So whatever. There's no meaning behind that other than I just don't watch it. I know who she is. Like, if you showed me a picture out of a basketball, you said, who is that? I said, oh, that's Juju Watkins. Her and Caitlin Clark are the only two women's basketball players I could do that for.
Yeah.
Right? So that she had gotten to that level, I think, is incredibly impressive. I just don't know if you'd want to wait around and not be able to go capitalize on whatever's waiting for you next.
This is funny, and if it was, like, let's say Paolo Banchero just played last night, and he blew out his knee, and you got a chance to come back and go for a national championship or turn pro, I would say turn pro, because the money's different.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if the money's going to be different for her. She may be making more here than there. And this could be her ultimate goal, is to win a national championship. You know who came up on my timeline was Shamika Holtzclaw. Remember that name?
Sure.
3 straight national championships. Listening to her interview, that's all she wanted. That meant more to her than anything else. I don't know. Maybe that's what Juju wants to do. Heal up, see what happens, make another run at it for USC, bring that home. Who knows?
I mean,
I hope that happens. That'd be good for us.
The thing too is, like, we don't know her personally, but from getting to see her play and why she chose USC over going to South Carolina or UConn or anyone else, she wanted to play at home. She wanted to play for USC. She's from LA, and she chose a program that is building. So I think speaking to what you're saying, maybe she wants to see totally build.
Or fix it and have the sparks drift. She never leaves Los Angeles.
Very much could happen.
Yes.
DeMarco, nothing like that would ever happen.
Ever.
Are you alleging that sometimes leagues have ulterior motives to placing players in certain markets that may be more beneficial to the league at large moving forward?
You imply
that would never happen. Luka Doncic is on the Lakers, as a matter of fact. Let's just talk about that. Let's talk about Luka
Shohei Ohtani's on the Dodgers.
And the Lakers coming up next.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
dealer. Offers end March 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
Collectors, Trevor Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Trevor Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FromRowCardShow.com. That's FromRowCardShow.com.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-452-6262. That's 800-452-6262. Again, that's 800-452-6262.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Cadillac music. I could see you driving a Cadillac.
Me?
Yeah.
I like Cadillacs.
Old school, 1960, 68.
Me?
Yeah. Old
Like an
school
Eldorado?
boat. Old school boat. Yes, sir. Yes.
I don't hate Cadillacs. I don't. They're
bench,
nice.
With a bench seat. Yeah.
Pink Cadillac in Frog Green Tomatoes. Isn't that what it's from? They used to earn it from Mary Kay or whatever.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
became the Canadian.
If you were a top-selling rep for Mary Kay, you would get a pink Cadillac.
Pink Cadillac. There you go.
That's right.
That's my. It's
You'll
in my
still
memory.
see one occasionally out there.
I can't see you driving a pink Cadillac.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I
could
could
see
drive
you
a
dipping
Cadillac.
up the coast in like one of those off-white Cadillacs.
I
old
drove.
School.
I've
Yeah.
never driven one of the big long-ass ones with the fins and all
Yeah,
that kind of cool
yeah.
stuff, which would be great. I have driven like the little sporty SUV. It's pretty nice.
Nice. I do. I like Escalades.
Oh, those are.
I love those. I love
can
the
see you
Escalade.
I can see you in a pink Cadillac, with looking like Mr. Hen.
Mr. Hand. Yes. Oh my
An
God.
Escalade is those are pretty nice.
They are nice.
Those
Yep.
are pretty
With spinners.
Love those.
Spinners?
No spinners. Oh my God, no.
spinners. Were you ever a spinner guy?
No, God, no,
Yeah.
no. You know, it's funny. They were talking about that darn John Cena spinner belt, and I didn't know that people hated that thing so much. That's when spinners were popular. Everything spun. Yeah.
Like the middle piece?
The middle piece of the belt.
The logo,
was a
right? The
spinner.
logo.
Yeah.
I'm not a spinner guy, but that sounds pretty cool.
So every wrestler's been like, I hated that belt. It sucks. I couldn't wait to
Does
get rid
the
of it.
champ get to design his own?
Yeah. So they tailor a belt to whoever the champion is. So John Cena ushered in the spinner belt.
What would yours look like?
Straight up wing belt, classic. The one that Andre the Giant held or something like
Well,
that.
that thing could be a belt around, like, I don't know,
he
car.
could never put it around his waist. He had to carry that over the shoulder.
I was going to say, where is it like you have to tie 3 of them, 4 of them
Big
together?
time. Big dude. Yes, sir.
All right, so the Lakers lose to Orlando last night. It was their second really bad loss
They're going to the
in
play-in.
a row.
They're going to the play-in. You bunch of...
We'll get to that. We'll get to that because it's certainly on the table. But here's the part to me that is interesting to start. The defensive issues that we were expecting them to have when they made this deal never really materialized, right? That all of a sudden it's like, hey, not only are they not having defensive problems, they're one of the better defensive teams in the league. And it started pre-Luka and it continued post-Luka. But now, give or take a month later, here we are. and their defense looks dreadful. Here's what's happened the last two nights. We talked about it a second ago. Against Chicago on Saturday night, they give up 146 points.
To Chicago.
Chicago's the 9th best team in the East.
Now
the
say
East
it
stinks.
Chicago couldn't miss that night.
Okay, fine. But they also gave up 146 points to the 9th best team in the bad conference. Okay, last night they played the 8th best team in the bad conference, who, out of 30 NBA teams...
They couldn't outscore modern day.
30 NBA teams, they score the 30th most points. They are the lowest scoring team in the league. They average 105.4 points a game. That's DFL.
Yep.
They scored 118 last night.
I couldn't tell which team.
More than their season average.
I couldn't tell which team was worried about playoff seeding. I could not. They were bigger. They were stronger. They were more athletic. Some of that Luka defensive deficiency showed up last night, but we always knew that was there. That's the heaven and hell of Luka. No, it's when you put LeBron and Austin Reeves, they all struggled. That was a big, long team, and dare I say, better than what their record is?
Maybe.
Could be. Franz Wagner Wagner from
you
Berlin.
You lived in Germany. You should know this.
Wagner, I know, but I'm in America. That's a W, not a V. So Franz Wagner can fill it up, and Paolo can fill it up. Two big, long, athletic dudes. And when you're not playing at max effort, at least, when you look tired, even the worst offense is going to score.
I think we've hit the two poles. When right before the trade and right after the trade, they're at pole number one, which is they're so far above and beyond where they should be defensively that didn't make any sense. We were talking about it. Like, this doesn't make sense. How are they this good defensively? And everybody kind of went, I don't know, but enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
Right now, they're at pole number two, which is on the far other end of the spectrum, which is they're terrible on defense. I think the reality of it is it's probably somewhere in the middle, but they got to get back to the middle. They can't just keep saying, it'll come back around. They only got 11 games
Or maybe
left.
What you're doing is unsustainable for this team, and you caught fire for a minute, and even JJ said...
But is this the midway point where they are now?
You better figure it out soon, because it looks like you look tired right now. This is when you should be ramping up.
As much.
Yeah, this is when you should be ramping up, not the other way. So this is scary. That's why I said they're going to wind up in the play-in. I really don't know what you do. It could be just this stretch they've been on that's zapped their energy.
That could be true. I agree with that.
I mean, that's where you're going to see when you're tired from a grueling schedule.
Sure.
Usually it shows up on the defensive end.
Sure, all true. But these last two games, they've been at full strength. LeBron shouldn't be tired. He missed some time. Rui shouldn't be tired. He missed some time. They've given Luka and Reeves some time off here and there.
Yeah.
Like, I get that the schedule has been a monster. Excuse me, but there's also been 2 games in a row where they have had all their guys, where there has been a reasonable amount of rest, and they've looked terrible.
No excuse here. Like I said, they stink right now, but LeBron is still working himself back into the rhythm. I think Rui is still working himself back, period. Now, they're back, but they ain't back yet, and I think there's some... I think they still have some things to work out with Dorian Finney-Smith and where to play him and when to play him. But that's a whole different thing. But yeah, they just look tired. They've been out-athleted 2 times in a row. And you would think the opposite would have happened once LeBron showed up. So they could be just tired as a basketball team right now.
I hope that's what it is.
But it ain't over. You got 3 more on the road. Yeah.
I hope it's a schedule. I hope it's a low, like JJ said it. Right now, we're in a low point. Right, that was how this happens in the NBA, where you go through it, where the energy's not good. Luka was talking about how they're not communicating. It's just they're in a low point of this whole thing. I hope that's what it is, and not this is who they are on that end of the court.
Yeah,
because what we've seen the last couple of nights, I know that when you got Luka and you got LeBron, you got a chance against everybody. You got Austin Reeves, great third option. Sure, right, wonderful. If they play defense like this, they're going to lose to whoever they play in the first round.
In a heartbeat. And I keep going back to coaching great athletes and how tough of a job that J.J. Redick has. Because what if it is LeBron? And LeBron is working himself back to get up to speed. And he's the guy that makes the defense not go for this certain possessions. Can you actually sub him out of the game? No. You have to ride with it. What if the offense isn't flowing because LeBron is holding the ball too long? Can you sub him? No. You're going to have to live through it and wait until you figure it out.
And he'll figure it out. LeBron will figure it out.
Of course he will. Of course he will. And there's spots where he's still takes over the game. He's that good, but it's just tough for J.J. Redick. I could see how frustrated that guy would be.
But okay, so with J.J. specifically.
And you got Luka. You still have to worry about defensively. He's still a work in progress on that side.
So with JJ, when the Lakers were playing great defense, when the Lakers had seemed to kind of crack the code of playing good defense without a bunch of big bodies, they were swarming the ball, they were closing out on everything, all the things that we talked about when it was going well. Like, JJ, this is great. If he gets the credit for that, then he's got to take responsibility for what we've seen over the last couple of days, and specifically against Chicago and against Orlando. And they've been really bad in the third quarter. They were really bad towards the end of the second quarter last night, where I think they had a 9-point lead. Next thing you know, you're going to have it's a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
You come out in the third quarter, you get absolutely blitzed in the third quarter. Again, to your point, that whatever's going on at the half isn't doing what you need to do, and I would say that that's a JJ thing. Like, if we're going to give him credit for all the good stuff, then when all of a sudden the same bad thing keeps occurring, sloppy ends to the second quarter and really bad third quarters, let's address that. Let's fix that. Find the solution to that problem.
You know, it's sitting with Byron Scott the other day. It was funny. And AC Green. Have you guys ever met AC?
No.
He's exactly what you think he would be like. Exactly what you think AC Green would be like. He is that guy. Great guy. Super dude. Fun to be around. But it seems like they all, when I asked him about this schedule, about is this as grueling as the players are letting on, or are we making too much of it? They seem to hate practice, because practices are a B. Maybe J.J. Redick is doing that. Maybe he's a grinder. Maybe at this point in the season you've gone too hard, and your team looks tired and a little discombobulated at times.
Well, every coach in the history of that league complains that there's no time to practice during the season.
And the first thing he said in his press conference is, I can't wait to get to, where are they going?
Indiana,
because we actually get some floor time, which means he wants more practice.
Yeah. Well, they need it. they need it defensively.
Or maybe they need a rest.
Maybe, but they look tired and bad. So I can't really fix tired necessarily. I can try to fix bad. I can try to fix we're not in the right spots at the right time.
Yeah.
I guess you got to pick your poison a little bit. But if we're going to give him the credit and the flowers when they're going well, and we did, then when it's going bad, it's got to go the same way.
True. I'll give credit to those two dudes. 64 points between the two of them. That's why you lost. Forget everything we said. That's why you lost.
Sure, but they should not lose to Orlando like that badly, by that many. Same thing with Chicago.
Especially when you're in a dogfight now.
These are dire times. They to your point, the play-in has become a real possibility. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. But this is the time to figure this out.
I hope we're not going to look like jerks, because we were so all in on Luka, and you wind up in the play-in again.
We're getting to that. We're getting to
right.
that. Welcome back, Chris. How are you? How you feeling?
Now, in the several months I've been gone, you still didn't learn how to get on a mic? You know who could give you a lesson? The great Clinton Yates, the big CY, who does mornings now for us.
Okay.
And doing an amazing job. He gets on the mic every day like a professional. You are 7 feet away from it like this.
Am I that far away?
You can't hear it? Is it the CTE?
I don't think it affects hearing. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't have it.
When they check you out in a couple of weeks to see how your hearing
either
doing.
I've had no concussions or thousands. So it's
I see why he's coming in right now.
I know.
And he's going to show you how to be a professional.
Yes.
You get on the mic.
Let me see. Show me where you put the mic real quick.
Yeah, show you, Clinton. Show him where you put the mic, please.
Where you put the mic. That's
please.
gross.
First of all, how do you eat corn on the cob?
One bite at a time.
I mean, like, do you go across? Do you go around?
Across,
you know. Cut it
he
off
does both,
before
probably.
Typewriter style, right? Yeah.
Typewriter, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Okay.
That was just a setup to say either answer you had, I was going to diss the answer. That was one of those.
Okay,
right
go
there.
ahead.
No, that's all.
Where's the mic?
No, look at the mic.
This also is a problem because I don't mean to get on anybody. This isn't exactly working, Travis. There's a mechanical issue with the microphone right now.
The nut is loose.
The nut is loose?
It is.
I hate when there's loose nuts. Well, here's the thing. Here's the great part about our engineering.
Smug look on your face when you said that.
Our engineering staff definitely. First of all, a year ago we didn't have one. Now we have one. They definitely thought I was dead. So they haven't done anything for like 2.5 months. They're like, this guy finally got what he deserved.
They said he was
We
dead.
don't have to worry about it.
Oh my God!
But literally,
those nuts are never going to get tightened now. Morales is in a box.
I swear, there's always something on this thing.
What?
I don't. There's always like.
Then take an
That's why you have to get a poof like Travis does. Then
Or
you
get an
up on
alcohol wipe and just wipe it.
Yeah.
Like an adult. Now,
me.
Clinton uses a poof.
I use a poof.
You use a poof.
Yeah.
I'm a poof guy.
Do you want a poof?
You got a poof over
I
there.
take my
There's
own
one
poof
literally
with
right
me
there.
every
I have
day.
several
I
poofs.
reinsert my poof at the beginning of each shift, and then I take it with me. It's my own. I do not share a poof.
Now, do you want a poof? We can order you a
I'd
poof.
love a headset.
No, that's not happening.
No. Are you kidding me?
I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding.
This is
I'm
a
just
radio
saying.
station.
How far away was I? Because I don't know.
You're all over the place.
I'm talking to the room, I guess. Yes.
Yeah, the all over the place. That's a good way to put it.
I'm all over the place. Yes.
Your audio range.
You don't have
is-
to look at the thing though. Like you're
Here,
right there
there,
and everything.
You don't have to look at it when you put your
I
mouth
figure
next
this
to it.
mic is worth a couple $1,000, right? It should be able to pick me up from here or here.
couple thousand?
Can you hear? He has no problem hearing me. You hear everything I say, right?
He's got
Thank you.
headphones on.
Thank you.
How much do you think?
He's right there.
Hold on, a couple
I'm
thousand?
talking to Travis. What?
When's the last time you went grocery shopping?
Oh God, just yesterday. I'm at the.
How much are
damn
you
grocery
paying for
store.
eggs if you think microphones are a couple $1,000
How
at
much are
this
these
radio
things?
station?
How much are these things?
They're not a couple
They're
thousand.
less than
I would
$1,000.
How much are they?
A few hundred.
A few hundred. Then they're worth a lot of money. There, jeez, you know what I'm saying?
We're ganging up on you
Good Lord.
officially.
No,
My
we're
bad.
not.
I
We're
didn't
good.
hear you.
Thank you.
But see, you do start doing this though when you get
A lot, and then you look at it.
Because he's over there and you're over there. I want to see both of you.
You don't have to look at us.
What do you mean I don't have to look at
We
you?
just talk.
I like to look at you because you're in the room. I haven't seen you in a while. Like I'm talking to Clinton right now, but looking at Travis.
He's making a
How
reasonable
weird is it?
argument for the
Hi,
headset.
Clinton. How are you?
He's in fact making a reasonable argument
You're
for
right,
the headset
Clinton.
right
No,
now.
but okay. I understand.
I'm talking to Clinton right now, but I'm looking dead at you.
I don't want to inflame you, but
Yeah.
you can do this. You can turn your head and keep your mouth
So, for
near
instance,
the
Marco,
microphone.
part of
If
this.
I had a headset, I can just. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Part of the several strokes, the only thing that, thank God, is still affected, my left peripheral is not working right now. They think it might come back in 6 months.
Really?
Oh,
And
really?
it's very normal. So I can't see Clinton right now. I would turn my head.
Sure.
And still keep my mouth close to the
You
mic like
actually
a broadcast.
put your mouth on that thing.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
Did you ever watch Mike
disgusting.
Greenberg do a show? He was right on that thing.
Actually, I never. Did he really?
You know who fills in for Mike Greenberg and
Who?
then took over his slot?
You did. Was it you? Oh,
That was me.
nice.
I just wanted to say
Put
that.
up bumps.
Clinton and Friends, weekday morning,
was what I
7
was
9 a.m.
teeing up, was
That's what's
hopefully
nice.
a
I still
live
want to know who
music
the
event.
friends are because it's
They're
just.
the people that
The people
call
on the
and are on the
show.
But
show.
why can't we just call it the Clinton Yates Show?
Because I don't like first name, last name shows. I'm not that kind of a
Do
guy.
you ever say your name? The imaging says your name.
I know, but that's what the imaging is for.
Okay,
We've
now
been
see, I
over
like-
this.
I like that. I
I'm
like
a
that.
camp counselor kind of person. Everybody participates, nobody gets hurt, and everybody has fun.
I like that.
There we go.
We all,
That's it.
Everybody
we
needs
all
to
go to Dairy
participate.
Queen.
Some people need to be in the peanut gallery.
Well,
Like DeMarco? Or
No,
everybody
not
turn your
like
heads to the
that.
right
Not like
at the
DeMarco.
same
Is that
time.
close
Not
enough?
like DeMarco.
Oh, my
What
God.
I'm saying is that there does need to be a
bar.
a
Yes.
threshold to entrance.
you know who sent me a text while I was in the
I
hospital?
learned that from you.
Sliwa.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Hey man, I hear you're not doing well. Hope all is well. And I
Good.
said, God, I miss you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thought you were going to say Lakers in 5.
That,
That's
I could be
funny.
one of the
Yuck.
friends on Clinton and Friends.
You could. Yes.
I feel like I haven't been invited yet, and I'm in my feelings a
Listen,
little bit.
once
about it.
college baseball season really gets kicking, then we'll talk.
I'm your man.
Yeah, that's right.
You're
You
my
can't
guy.
go to the Little League World Series now.
I can
Are you
go.
going to broadcast live from it?
Like again, Comrexes exist for a
Oh,
reason.
beautiful.
And I don't have to stare at the microphone.
We're
like
just
this
going to
guy
hear
does.
aluminum bats pinging all show long. Yeah.
It's more of a thud.
It's more of a thud.
Yeah,
You beat.
Yes.
It's a hollow thunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a different sound.
It's not. It's by the way, it's displeasing to
Don't
the
love
ear.
it.
What do we do next?
don't
Is
ever
it still
use
Ask
displeasing.
DeMarco or whatever?
It is the Far Side.
Oh,
is it
Chris.
really?
You
can
have
say
been gone a
Say
while.
for the Far Side.
The
You
Far
have
Side
been
is
gone
the
for a
best
while.
imaging that
Thank
this
you.
station has.
Easy.
Personal opinion.
The Far Side coming up next is Trav, DeMarco, Morales, Yates, everybody, and
Everybody.
friends coming up.
And
next.
I'm touching the mic.
The law office of Joseph S. Normand is my friend. Joe is the one that I called after my son Bobby was involved in an accident. Joe is the one that you need to call if you've been involved in an accident, because with Joe, family is always going to come first. He's going to make sure that you know all the process that you're going through. The insurance company's not going to do that. They're going to get to you as quickly as possible and try to give you as little as possible. And Joseph S. Normand is not going to let them do it. He is an expert. He's going to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do, not what they can get away with. So if you've been hurt in an accident, call the law office of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000. And you're thinking, Trav, I haven't been in a car accident. It doesn't have to just be a car accident. Any place that you get hurt, you need to call Joe, 213-747-2000. You can go online at normandlegal.com. Need a second opinion? Call Joe, 213-747-2000. And when you call or when you go one line. Make sure that Joe knows that Travis sent you in.
LA's mega sports station.
In just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
Look, y'all gonna stop messing with me today. I may have to snap on somebody.
Loose nuts.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch The Twilight Zone, DeMarco?
Of course I did. I just showed my daughter the Hitchhiker one.
The Hitchhiker's amazing.
Yeah.
I like Talking Tina.
Which one's Talking
That's
Tina?
the doll, right? Yeah. And Kojak's in it.
Oh,
young
yeah.
Kojak is in
yeah.
it.
Telly
And then
Savalas.
Telly Savalas.
Yeah. Great Greek.
Yes.
Telly.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all about, every episode is about communism. All of them.
You know, with a lot of it,
episode is
most
communism?
of them are about Nazis, really.
Yeah. Well, they're about totalitarianism,
yes.
communism, Nazism, that the encroaching
Doom
other.
of capitalism,
Yeah.
of other. There's
Yes.
also a really good one about a guy who's considering committing suicide, and the metaphor is that he's
Yes.
going to get off a train,
Yes.
and he sees the site, he sees the train stop in his dream, and when he finally gets off, you realize that that's when he actually killed himself.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
one
my
of
God.
the iller episodes
Now, how does that have to
of
do
the
with
Twilight
communism?
Zone.
Well, not everyone is communism.
He said everyone.
Well, the
Most of them.
Hitchhiker isn't really communism.
The one with William Shatner with the airplane.
Oh, yeah, with the airplane.
Is that communism too, or is that just
Have to
scare the hell
that's
out of
what
you?
the gremlin on the wing.
That's the gremlin on the
Yeah.
wing.
Maybe
John
ask
Lithgow
Bill.
did it better. John Lithgow did it better.
That was good.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That movie had some other issues.
Yeah. So, am I close enough to the mic now?
You can't hear it?
The way that you
No,
use the
I can't hear
glasses
it.
to
Do you-
look
do you
down.
have-
Absolutely. Do you think
Do you have
I'm
your
listening
headphones
to
up
my?
lo-
Huh?
Are you listening to your voice? Everybody else in radio does.
They
so.
listen. Yes. If you can't hear me, I'll get closer. There. How's
How
that?
many times have I told you about the mic?
Every day I've been here.
I believe Jorge had to read you a spec last
I have
week
it all the way up here.
because you weren't close enough.
I thought that was Mario. That was you.
If it's not occasionally.
Whoa,
No, I
come
thought.
on,
No, I
man.
thought.
Come on, man.
No, I
We
thought
all look
Mario
right
sent
now.
that back.
We
Not
all look
you.
right
Was that
now.
you that sent that back? Oh, my bad.
We're not recording.
Whatever you say,
over.
Kirk.
God, I forgot how much Chris
You know what?
brought
That's funny.
to this vibe. That was funny.
Thank you. You're right. I thought that was Mario. Not that I thought you were Mario. But anyway, I'll get
Kirk,
closer to it. So
Jorge talks soccer. No, excuse me. Mario talks soccer. Jorge can get you free stuff on the street.
And teach
and has a guy.
And teach us there's winter soccer. We didn't know this.
Mario's LAFC.
With an orange ball. So I was hanging with Byron Scott yesterday, and I got to the bottom of I don't know if it was a rumor or what have you, something between him and Michael Thompson. So I got the full story, and as he's telling me the story, I was like, damn, I wish I was in that room, just so I could see that go down and how it went down. I didn't know Byron Scott was from Inglewood.
Yeah.
Morningside
High School. Are we serious?
He said the same thing you just said, just like that.
And I said, Beto could have told us that.
I had no idea because you guys were gods to me. We didn't have the internet back then. I could care less where you're from. You were on the Lakers. That's all I cared about.
He still plays at Westminster Golf Club.
I didn't know about
Not
your
Westminster,
backstory.
Westchester.
Yeah. So
Sorry, I had a stroke.
Why did God give you that excuse for everything?
Exactly.
I
love it.
Right?
What was your excuse pre-stroke?
I'm Chris. Now it's pre-stroke. But no, just I wish I could have witnessed that because, and you see a whole bunch of stuff. Like I saw a guy get put in a figure four, literally, in a fight.
Are you going to tell us the Michael Thompson story or no?
No, I can't. Well,
so you told
have
us
you heard the rumor about those two guys?
No.
Apparently, they got into a fight.
Michael and Byron
got into a fight. See, I don't want to...
Just like a regular degular, we don't like each other, or was there like a real reason?
Okay, so it turned into he punched him once, and then it turned into...
Who punched who?
Michael challenged Byron. Byron punched Michael. And then the story I heard, it was more than just one punch. And then as you get deeper, there was something else connected to it. That's why that's
so
their story.
There was a real reason, but we're not going to get into that.
I don't know the reason. I'm just, there's more to it, and it keeps coming out.
Okay.
I really don't. He just told me there was more than just one punch. So that makes sense. And, you know, you've seen Michael talk about boxing.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I didn't know Byron Scott was from Inglewood.
Morningside High.
I could see how that would make you mad, you know, if you were Byron Scott.
So Corporate Greg, who is hobbling today, just walked in the studio to report it was slap boxing.
Yes.
You didn't mention that part. So if I punched you with my fist or I slapped you, I think there's a difference.
Slap boxing also has a certain level of collegiality that is
That's what I heard.
When you wanted to punch Beto that day, were you going to go fist or
I was
slap?
not going to punch Beto. You want to get into this so bad. Okay.
Well, I was away. I was dying.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard.
10 pounds
of trying to get into
10 pounds of
injuries.
bits in a
We're not
5-pound
gonna get
bag
there.
right now.
Talk to you.
DeMarco, I was just about to tell you.
I got the demons in here.
I was waiting
Just
for
get
you
on the
to
mic,
look-
DeMarco.
I am on the mic. See,
I
here we
was
go.
waiting for you to look at me
Okay.
so I could pull you back over
No,
here.
no, it's too late.
And what
I'm
I was
over.
going to say is...
I'm about to cut a heel promo. It's over now.
You forgot the rules.
What? Don't talk
to
listen.
Chris. Yes, you don't have to.
Don't-
John Cena heel turn.
You can just
Here comes
pretend
the heel
that it
turn.
never happened.
Let's get into it. Go ahead, shoot.
By the way, quickly, you should hang out because Joseph S. Normand is coming in person, and
I heard.
apparently he likes you more than DeMarco these days.
Okay, see, you know what? Again,
Okay,
10 pounds of bits in a 5-pound bag
I
right
love
now.
it.
He had a stroke.
Yeah.
Yes, he had a stroke. And I love Joe.
I'm about
Joe's
to have
cool.
a stroke if I continue to
Come
stay in
on.
this room, but no. So, okay, so hold on. Slap boxing is different. Slap boxing is considered to be something
I'm
that
in
you're
a
not
bad
doing
spot.
like
I
to the
know.
death.
I'm
so
in
to
a
speak.
bad spot because
You're just figuring that out?
No, I heard a story, and there's other stories.
So you got to eject.
And that's their story. I just wish I could have been there to see it.
Greg is also showing off your drugs.
No, those are mine.
That are on
Nice.
display.
Is
So
that
you're-
your pill case?
Yeah, I take 20 pills a day.
Drogas.
Let me see that thing again.
It's rather colorful.
Stephanie got it for me.
Oh, it's nice.
How many pills a day?
You won't
20.
lose it.
Yeah,
Damn,
you can
bro.
look forward to it every day.
Well,
You
I'm
have a
living,
different-
aren't I?
I know you are, but damn,
20 a
that's lot of
day.
pills.
That's
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, and some of them are like morning and night,
Oh,
Sure.
like the heart medication and Keppra. Keppra is what keeps the seizures away.
That's called efficacy.
And the Keppra pill is
That's
like
called what?
it's
Efficacy.
A big,
Thank
it's
you.
A big
Some people
horse
say
pill.
if it. Damn it.
I just want to see if you can say it twice.
Hey, Chris, question for you. You still using that hostage tape or no?
No, they don't. They don't advise for that right now.
Hostage tape?
That's the
Shocking when you
anti-snoring
lose
tape.
85 pounds and you're not.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
have heart issues. You don't snore as much anymore.
Yeah.
like this.
That's weird to me.
I don't really snore.
There's
Is
no
that what
world
that
in
guy
which
does?
I'm ever affecting my
By the
breathing.
way, I saw that. Fine. I
It's
watched
weird, right?
that yesterday.
We talked
Watch
about
what?
it.
Yeah, that guy's morning routine where he gets up and plunges his
It's
face in
ridiculous,
ice.
right?
It's absurd.
McCaffrey has one now. There's another family doing it. Everybody's doing it now. It became a thing.
To plunge your face in ice water?
No, just to show your morning routine.
I tried to tell you guys this yesterday. It seems like it's there for the jokes, but it's not.
Well, mine is I get up, I strip, I take off my life vest, I weigh myself, then I take my blood pressure.
You should do one. That would be
That
interesting.
actually would not be bad.
You should do one.
So I was thinking about this. I was thinking about mine would be get up, take a shower. Let's say like shower at 5:07.
Are you wearing a life vest or not?
Back in the car 5:20. Arrive at ESPN LA 6:35. Bathroom 6:36. Bathroom 7:15. Bathroom 7:25. And it would just be one long shot of me staring at my phone.
I think the
That
best
would
part of it
actually
would
be
be you
better.
raw dogging the entire line.
Oh,
No
God.
music, no nothing. Just sitting there in the car.
Gross.
I did it
riding up
yesterday.
from Dana Point.
You know what I did? So I put in my AirPods yesterday for a walk, which I never do, and I'm like, this is what I remembered. The raw dog is always the way to go. No audio
Promo.
stimulation.
Thank you.
I beat him on Sunday. I did 8.5 miles of walking.
Did you really?
But
Nice.
No music?
I only did 4.
No, I don't raw dog.
Okay, all right.
I have my part of them. I had partners on, so I was talking, and then
Gotcha.
some of it was music. Yeah.
Is it okay to laugh at Chris Speck from I had a stroke line while
Yes.
talking
Yes.
about golf?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I
That's
made
why
the
he
joke.
said
It's
it.
okay to say yes.
What are we
Call my
It
dad
is okay
stroke
to talk.
boy.
Your
That was-
dad,
I don't know
that's
about-
right. Your dad had one too. Yeah.
Had multiple.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's got more?
Who's got more strokes?
Join the
Wow.
club.
Stroke
Yeah.
off.
Wow.
Who's
No,
leading?
just kidding.
Emily, hold on. Everybody, be quiet for not even 30 for 5 seconds while Emily repeats the line, please.
Oh, no, people can watch on YouTube.
I'll pull it. Well played. Well played. I appreciate that. There's too many voices
Well, it
in
was
here.
a
I'm
good job,
leaving
Emily.
now.
You're not going to stay
Peace.
for
John
Mandy's
Ireland.
update?
Yeah.
I'm in a
Oh, is that next?
Yeah.
All right,
That's
I'll
coming
stay
up
for
next.
that.
It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here for Prize Picks. I love Prize Picks, man. I've been talking about Prize Picks for years. I play it literally every day. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. We have over 10 million members and literally billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less. I mean, it's really that easy on at least 2 players, and you've got a shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. So run your game all season long with Prize Picks. And here's the best part. It's springtime, right? Baseball season is officially underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from baseball into your Prize Pick lineup. So whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, it could be first inning runs, you take your pick of more or less, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. You're going to get a $50 bonus when you make your first $5 lineup. That's CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Download that Prize Picks app. Prize Picks, run your game.
$10:02 on a live imaging Tuesday, a soft return. Still hit the post, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Well
Travis
played.
and DeMarco, Clinton Yates, the big CY is here.
What up, kiddos?
Producer Emily, producer Jorge. Now, Clinton, you can hear Clinton and Friends mornings now, 7 to 9 a.m. Even though it's a national show, you talk a lot of LA sports, and we love that. And you take a lot of LA phone calls.
That's the idea. You know what I'm saying? We're here. Why not? That's the goal. Community work. Community first.
Travis is surprised because Jorge said, I'm just going to come back, even though Travis isn't here. Because that's a Morales rule. Now Travis is getting back. I'll wait for you for the Mandy's update.
It's like the engineers
Okay.
where, when you were away, that they,
Yes.
slacked off a little bit.
Yeah.
We were a little more lenient with the breaks coming back.
And I had business to attend
You got to.
Yeah,
Yes,
we just went
there
over
you
that.
go.
We literally
Nice.
just
Morning
reviewed
routine.
that last
Did you
segment.
make it? There you go.
Oh, yeah. We're
There
good.
you go.
We're good.
So there's been a lot of questions about the 4th annual Mandy Awards, which were planned before I went to the hospital for June 28th at the Commerce Casino. The good news is I'm back. The bad news is we're going to take a year off from the Mandy Awards this year.
Whoa.
And the reason is, it is the end of March, and I'm back. And as many know, Jorge and I and Carlo and everybody, we put a lot of work into this. But the thought is it's just a little too tight to make a show happen. So we're going to take a year off. Mandy's aren't gone, but the name may be gone. So, and this is above my pay grade, the decision.
Name may be gone. Wow.
So we may have a new name when the Mandy's or the awards return next June, 2026, possibly at a new location. But we're still going to do them. We're still going to have the Champagne and Nuts Trophy. I still will win Best Comeback.
Even if it's a full calendar
so
year
we're
is
going to basically
expired?
do them on 2 years. So we'll have even more bits, even more fun.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe Mason and Ireland will kiss again. Who knows?
Who knows?
Wow.
But we will take a year off from the Mandy Awards this year so that we can regroup. The one thing I don't ever want to do is, A, end up back in the hospital, which ownership thinks this could cause if I have to work nonstop. And also, I don't want to do a half you-know-what show.
Yeah.
We were scheduled to have Yachtly Crew up here, our friends at Dieta. It's just better to take a time out, let them go to Michigan for the week and make lots of money, and us take a time out from doing that show. But that means the next signature event and our first signature event of the year will be All-Star Friday night on Friday, July 11th at the West Covina Sportsplex.
Excellent. Nice.
And we will
Party.
We are party.
Yeah.
Oh, party. We're
Nice.
going to do a listener game. It may not be COT versus Mafia. It may just be 2 listener teams. So information on that to come. It is going to be a grand party. Will Clinton Yates be there on that Friday?
Unlikely, because I will probably be at actual MLB All-Star Weekend.
Okay.
But I still have to make up for throwing 9 balls in the dirt to Travis.
Travis's
and
favorite
kicking
night.
14 more at the shortstop position. That glove is now broken in, to be clear. Don't think this is not top of mind every summer, Travis.
Well, the glove does not affect your throwing, so I don't know how one
those are
has
two
to do
separate
with the other,
matters.
but
Yes.
sure.
And
Yes,
in
just so
former
you know.
years, I was challenged to play, and I didn't play because I was very fat.
You going to play?
You're going to play.
My cardiologist said no.
Oh.
So I
Still
will
call it?
I will call it. Michael and Pepe are confirmed.
You should be the umpire.
No,
That'd be fun. You should be
Umpiring
the
is a lot
umpire.
more work than you think.
Just stand there.
You could almost have another stroke umpiring.
Symbolic umpire.
I don't think my neurologist wants me behind the plate.
You already had in the year of the improbable, the impossible has happened when it comes to All-Star Friday night.
Does Travis go deep? Travis goes deep!
There you go.
That is true.
Should have known that was coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You were all
Nice.
set.
So
You were all
All-Star
set.
Friday night this summer,
Sweet.
July 11th, Friday, in the city of West Covina. It is going to be a huge party, so we get ready for that. And we will return in 2026 with our awards.
Good choice, man.
So,
Yeah.
and maybe,
Smart.
who knows who will take your spot by then. But
Whatever.
Come
on. They'll be closer
Aren't
to
you
the
happy
mic,
he's
though.
back, DeMarco?
I am. I'm really happy he's back.
I have a question
I'm
for
really
you,
happy
Chris,
he's
though,
back.
not to
Yeah.
be crass, but had you been in the box, would we have renamed the Mandy's after you? Is that something that we have discussed?
I don't know. I mean, Jorge would have put together one hell of a
Whoa.
tribute video.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
What I'm
dun,
saying is, I'm
Whoa.
glad that that's not
Would it
the
be an
case.
in memoriam situation,
Oh,
or would
my
it be more of a
God.
moralisified in memoriam?
I mean, we would have had a hell of a funeral. I could guarantee you that.
I was just saying, because y'all brought it up. You guys are
Hot
talking
ones
about the
from the
possibility of you
grave.
being in the box. It freaked me out. But y'all brought it up first. So
Hot ones from the grave. I love
the
it.
life is for
Yeah.
the living, Yates.
No doubt. Yes, sir.
well played.
Rackham, he's gone.
Yes, indeed.
It is a final. It is a final. Oh, my God.
Oh,
It would have been a final.
Well, look, I'm going to be serious for
oh my
Hang on a
God.
second.
No, that's
And
bad.
we've gathered here today
Oh.
to
For the people
remember
that-
the life.
And by the
is a
final.
By the way, some person just tweeted it this morning, but a lot of people while I was away tweeted like, "This is what he gets for going after Dave Roberts."
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
Just
know
saw
how
that.
those two things.
I was going to
Did not
say,
connect.
yes, the baseball gods, the
Yeah,
Dave
yeah.
Roberts deities, just said, "Watch this."
He said,
But
you
he
know
is-
what?
That's exactly
Morales,
what happened.
You're the one that's going to pay the price.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
You.
But for me to not make fun of my health scare is against the rules. I got to make fun of myself.
Of course.
Look, you are an equal opportunity offender, including yourself.
It is a final ascending.
doubt.
I mean, the fact
He's
that
in the ground.
When,
Boom!
when it hits the bottom of the 6-foot hole, bam!
maybe we call it the Bammies.
I feel, not a bad idea.
I want to call it the Cappies just because it'll annoy me.
No way.
The cat
That's
is-
way too
Bammies
feeding of-
isn't bad.
Bammies is not
good.
bad.
Bammies is real good.
Bammies
But if
isn't
you have an
bad.
idea, tweet us.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then tweet why I almost died and what my karma
But
was.
we're still doing the champagne and nuts because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling
Yeah.
the Bammies. I got a wholly different visual of a flat surface at the top with the 4x6 hole, and
Okay, all right.
Yes.
That's a lot.
I'm just saying if we're gonna do it, let's
Very
do
well.
it.
You mean
Very
me
well.
in a coffin?
Well,
I want to
they're
be cremated.
called the Bammies.
I want to be cremated.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
I mean, it's just more cost efficient.
Do you want to be in the jar on the mantle, or just kind of?
I would like to be.
Because you could be jar in the mantle, you could be scattered
Spread me on the infield somewhere.
I'd like to be scattered.
Well, I've always said that I want to be a little bit of me scattered on the 18th hole at Black Gold. By the way, we will do the golf
Studio
classic.
C?
Not in Studio C.
Not in Studio C? No. Just a little dust.
The engineers would screw that up, too.
We could do a little columbarium in Studio C. Just put Chris in first.
Was Emily's line from last segment? Can we hear it or not really?
No, you guys are talking over
when she
it.
said we should have a stroke off.
Live scattering Tuesdays.
Oh my God.
Yeah, live
scattering
Tuesdays
every day.
That'd be lashed.
No, I'm going to take it over. My name is Mario.
LAFC.
Oh man!
Wow.
Or I'll just do my impressions of you.
There you go.
Everybody has to
works.
do it.
That works.
The Bammies. I like
the Bammies.
But
That's
Greg
working.
doesn't like the Bammies because he always hated when I did the Bam.
Why?
And also, there might be some copyright infringement because Emerald kind
Emerald
of started.
Lagasse?
He started that, and then Tony
you're
Bruno
right.
took it, and I kind of stole it from Tony.
Oh,
it's okay.
But,
Yeah,
Okay,
but
what about-
I feel like that's in the public square domain.
Good authors borrow, great ones steal.
all the
Right.
time. There you go.
What about this one? The Kaboomies.
The Kaboobies?
I must admit, the BAM kind of scares me now. Like I feel like we could be close to the box every time you deliver a
My
BAM.
heart rate's still at 67. We're
Okay, all right. Because that just made me nervous right there.
How often do you check it?
Every moment of my life.
Yeah.
Because when I went into the emergency room, it was at 130 resting heart rate.
Oh, God.
Now, I didn't have a heart attack because some people think I had a heart attack. I have congestive heart failure, not caused by my heart. My heart is actually in really good condition. It was just all the drinking. And again, I never thought I was an alcoholic. But when you drink 3 or 4 hard drinks a day because you're so stressed out by these lunatics,
sure,
you're an alcoholic. And now I'm in
the
AA.
cigars didn't help either.
Cigars didn't help. The stress, the weight, eating,
the food.
The food. That was more my 20s and 30s. That was my 20s and 30s.
Jorge's hovering
He's
over it.
ready for that. Wow.
How did you have that?
I got 2 versions of it.
That's the extended play. Yeah.
By the way, that didn't help either. Just for the record, that
Oh,
didn't
my
help.
God, that's funny.
But here's the greatest tip, and it's odd that I'm giving this tip because everybody always likes when I give a tip. Get your labs done and check your blood pressure. I didn't do both for like 10 years, and it did catch up.
I am glad that we have gotten to the point, I'm going to be serious for a second, that when I would tell you, hey, Chris, you should XYZ.
Go to the doctor?
Yeah. Basically that.
Yes.
Go see the doctor. No, Trav, it's this. I'm like, you're not a doctor. Somebody that went to medical school can tell you that.
A professional.
That now you are saying go to the doctor makes me feel very happy.
And get insurance, because I have to say this, in this country, in this state, there's a lot of ways to get insurance.
Yes.
And my bill was several $100,000, but it's not to me. So thank God for that.
Good.
Or else I'd be
Yes.
borrowing some money from DeMarco and Keyshawn.
More
Keyshawn did
so
text me
Keyshawn.
and offer
Okay,
me
that's
money.
an important
Yes.
update.
Yeah.
Are you and Keyshawn back to talking on some level?
While I
okay.
was still home, before I came back,
It's circular.
Yeah, it's a clock.
he
Okay.
said, hey, are you home from the hospital? I said, yeah. He goes, I'll come visit you, but can you watch the show? I said, I guess if I have to. That's a rough show. I watched it for 5 days in a row. That thing's 2 hours. Wow. Wow.
Bam! Yeah, there's the BAM. What were we waiting for?
They're really on and again, off again. You guys.
Shot.
But he did
after
offer to give me
shot.
money if I needed
The
it.
circle of life.
good.
I said, no, I think I should be
Good.
fine. but-
Okay. All right.
So no Mandy's 2025,
Nope.
but All-Star Friday night is the 11th of July.
Party.
Correct.
There you
Party.
go.
Big
We got
CY's
that squared
attendance,
away.
TBD.
TBD.
And by the way,
E6.
no one
The big
wants me
E6.
on their team for the softball game because I have not won.
Oh.
Every year that
I'm
I've been
1
here,
and 2.
I have not won
would
a
be 1 and
single
1
softball.
at that point.
Who won last year?
I think I'm
3-0.
1-1.
We were on the same team last year and we lost.
1-1. Yeah.
We won opening year, better
Yeah.
walk off.
Trav,
and
I
then
feel
the
like we
last
should
years.
manage
Yeah.
opposing teams, Travis. That's what I feel like.
this is what we're gonna
Celebrity
do.
managers.
Yes.
We should pick
Do I get-
listeners.
So
I still want
that's
to play
what's
my
gonna
3
happen.
innings at first base. I want
Sure,
3 innings
sure.
and
That's
one
a
at
separate
bat.
matter, though.
You want
is
to
what
play
I'm saying.
one?
So you
want to play a
tease
little
something.
bit?
Yeah.
Little bit?
We are going to have celebrity managers for the listener team.
Okay,
Nice. There you
but
go.
we're not the celebrities.
Well, if you want to be,
If I'm here, I would do that.
Yeah.
okay.
No,
No.
you and me.
You-
Yeah, I gotta go. Oh, wow, I gotta go.
No. You can be the celebrity manager for that. I will come up with something else.
Okay.
Oh.
Very well.
Yeah.
You got polls. He's gonna bring actual baseball guys. is what
No.
he's
That's
talking
not what we'll talk
By
about
the way,
it.
we can never. Well, I guess if we give me a non-alcoholic beer, we can shotgun stuff.
Nah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, you can.
Yeah.
That's AA rules. Like,
Yeah,
they're
you can.
okay with it.
Athletic Brewing.
By the way,
Yeah.
that's not bad, and the Heineken Zero beer is
And now our
is
friends at
actually
Michelob
I've had
Ultra.
that. Pretty good beer.
It's not the worst
Yeah.
thing you've ever tried.
Our friends
pretty
at
good beer.
Michelob Ultra just came up with a zero.
They have
too.
a 0?
Yeah.
There you go. Plenty of
I'm
options.
officially leaving now.
Goodbye, Clinton and friends tomorrow morning,
Officially-
7 to 9.
Goodbye. The play-in game, unfortunately, is
a possibility.
Potentially official. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I'll tell you what is official. Rotolo Chevrolet wins Dealer of the Year every single year. They've won it 13 years in a row, and that is no joke. Nobody wins the World Series 13 years in a row, the Super Bowl, none of that stuff. But Rotolo Chevrolet, 13 years in a row, they've been the best at hooking you up with Chevy cars and trucks, specifically Chevy Silverados. That's the one I've been driving for a long time. It is absolutely amazing. I bought other cars from Rotolo Chevrolet, and the reason I've done it is because they take care of people. They've taken care of me, they've taken care of my friends, and they do it day after day after day. You feel great about your purchase from Rotolo Chevrolet. You walk away, drive away, actually feeling awesome. You know what the price was, you know what the process was. How many times have you said that when you've gone to buy a new car or truck? Not very often, I'm betting, unless you are a regular at Rotolo Chevrolet. So go see for yourself what all the fun's about at Rotolo. It's right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You cannot miss it. It's in Fontana. And if you're not in the IE, if you're not on that part of town, that's okay too. You can go online. Rotolo, Rotolo Chevrolet, and tell them that Travis sent you in. Travis, we're here with Dawn Wilcox. She is the vice president of the Development Foundation here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And Dawn, you're the person behind the Make March Matter campaign. Yes. Tell us a little bit about what it is and what it does.
Yes, so Make March Matter was created to bring businesses in the community together in a way that would allow everyone to support the hospital that means so much to so many people here in Los Angeles. And we saw this opportunity to raise awareness and money for children's health, for Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and businesses just wanted a time of year that they could unite. And so March seemed to be a good month. There's, some nuances to springtime and the butterfly in our logo. And, it just seemed like a great time to bring everyone together and give them ways to give back.
Well, it's a wonderful, idea, and the way it's being executed is terrific. I know us here at ESPN 710 are incredibly excited to be a part of it, to get to auction off some of the experiences, whether it's going on a hike or going bowling or going to games or all the different things. It's just such a wonderful cause, and to get to be able to participate in it is really terrific.
And that is my favorite part about Make March Matter, is that everyone finds a way to get involved, and for ESPN to come and offer these opportunities up as a way to raise money is just incredible. It's creative, it's fun, it gives people a way to make the donation and get something fun in return, and that's really the spirit of the campaign.
And all of the money that's generated during the campaign goes directly here to CHLA.
It does. All the money raised goes to the Children's Fund, which is how we meet the most urgent needs of the hospital as we treat the most complex cases and the sickest kids and the families that may not have the means to cover the costs of that care. That's what the Children's Fund covers, and that's the money we're raising today.
It is a great cause. It is Make March Matter here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. You can go to 710-4chla.com if you'd like to bid on one of the experiences and help a wonderful cause. Thanks, Dawn.
Thank you.
Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime, forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams: Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in every week for TGL matches, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
In the sweet music on my radio. Have you seen her?
Have you seen her? 10:18 on a live imaging Tuesday. Yes, we're back on Travis and DeMarco, and the homie oldies are back. Joseph S. Norman is on the way, apparently. Should we separate him and DeMarco like
No.
DeMarco and Beto?
I love Joe.
I
Joe
think
loves
we're
me.
going to be just fine.
Yes.
Sure. Pretty sure.
Because he's chosen Clinton Yates now, apparently.
I think we're going to be great.
Yes.
Is he going to be here in time for Factor
he will.
Cap?
He's got about 7 minutes. 8. 10 tops.
Beautiful. This is the Shy Lights. This is that
Yes,
Philly sound.
of course.
Pot it up.
Come
there.
on now.
Pot it up.
Baby, I'm lost.
The songs of my youth.
By the way, we did such a great job. Thank you to everybody who donated last week for 710 for CHLA, Children's Hospital Los Angeles. We did a live broadcast last week. But, they thought I was going to die, the promotions team and marketing team. So they didn't have an auction item for me. So guess what? I said, you know what? How about this, sucker? You can now bid on my auction night or auction item to host Lit with me.
Oh, wow.
For an entire day. Visit 710. 710-710-4FORCHLA.com to bid on this item. Now, here's what you get. You get to meet everybody because you're literally sitting next to me for 9 hours. I will get you lunch from LA Live. I might not be able to eat it, but I'll buy it for you. Or we'll get somebody to donate it. We will even get pie with Cappy. We'll
Nice.
order pizza pie so you and Cappy can eat pie together. And isn't that everybody's dream? Plus, we'll throw together a goodie bag of a T-shirt, accoutrement, different stuff.
That sounds
You
cool.
can host Live Imaging Tuesday all day long. So if your dream has been to say, Travis, you talk too much about the Rams. Or, hey, DeMarco.
Yes, sir.
Well, Beto already said it, but you're not great with Lakers.
Talk to Travis.
Or Mason in Ireland.
Talk to Travis.
If you want to replace Mason in Ireland one day, this could be your chance to prove what you got.
You know what we could do?
Did he haze you as a rookie?
He's never stopped.
First of all, he wasn't a rookie. He was already making
Neither was
millions
I.
by the time I got into it.
Neither was I.
You're making that Jim Rome money, baby.
Believe me, the second I have millions, it will be the last time you see me.
Well, you had to send 3 kids to college.
Yeah,
and they weren't, unfortunately for Trav, they weren't dumb kids, so
Get
they
your
cost
money.
a lot of money.
They do cost like DeMarco. There is a line in my mind that the second the money gets above the line,
Ding, gone.
Adios,
Bam.
adios,
That.
bam,
Yes, sir.
indeed.
So host Live Imaging Tuesday with me.
Yes.
Donate now at 710-4CHLA.com. Plus, you could still get in on the Sedano and Cap dinner, which is a big item. And now,
Yeah.
like DeAndre's going to go, Lindsay, myself, I might appear.
Nice.
Even though I can't really partake. I'll eat a box of raisins in front of you.
Oh.
Have
Or
you
a
gotten
banana.
on the raisin train?
Oh, I'm deep on the raisin train.
I love raisins.
They're so good for you.
Yeah,
they're
big
terrific.
time. Every day.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. I don't miss any of it. So
Good.
I just go, I remember what that tastes like. Okay, let me have a banana.
That's why I don't want to give you a non-alcoholic beer.
Well, again, some people enjoy the taste of beer.
Yes.
I'm not one. I enjoy the taste of everything
Right.
else.
Right.
So when they make a non-alcoholic tequila, give me a call.
I have an idea.
Shoot.
We can. I'm going to leave this up to you.
Yeah.
One of the items that was up for bid on CHLA or 710-4CHLA.com was one of the experiences with you and I.
It's the hike, right?
It was the hike. Would you care to join
would
us?
You, please. I met the guy yesterday.
So
you did?
I met the guy we're going to walk with. He
great.
came to the event yesterday.
I was
yes.
trying to get people to raise money so Beto would be the guy. Sorry,
You know, me and Better are like really cool, right? You know
yeah,
this,
sure,
right?
Sure you are. I cannot hike yet.
Okay.
They haven't cleared me for that.
Okay.
The cardiology team
Oh.
doesn't want the
What if
heart
we
rate
found a
going up.
relative? Did you tell him what the
I
hike
asked him,
trail
I
is going
said
to be?
boots or sneakers. He said a nice urban hike. He's from Long Beach.
Oh, or he wants an urban environment.
An urban hike.
We're going
Yes.
to Inglewood,
flattish.
where like Byron Scott's from?
No, I think we're
You
just
know,
going to walk.
Byron
We're
Scott's from Inglewood.
Morningside High.
Yeah, Morningside.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
Didn't know that, but I did now.
But
Yeah.
depending on what time you do it. So I should be cleared for that by summer.
Come on. Good. Let's go on a walk.
So he wants to do like a city walk, like
He
in
said-
like we could do the Long Beach Harbor.
He said
That's not
urban
a bad
hiking,
spot.
and Long Beach it's a nice walking
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
So come. You're gonna come?
We go LBC?
Yes.
Like summertime in the LBC.
Summertime in the LBC,
Summertime
and man, was it
in
fun
the
on the way home.
LBC.
Yeah, I went through that way to get home.
Yeah.
To get there, it
From
took
where?
like 2 freeways.
From where?
From
Yesterday?
Long Beach.
Well, you
At
got to set it up for the audience.
Long Beach PCH. We were there at the Ralph's yesterday,
Right.
and it took me down the 710, so 2 bridges, going the
yeah,
back
yeah.
way.
So
Well, I hate when you go the back way on a bridge.
having lived in Los Angeles for almost all of my 53 years, If there is any way to never get on the 710, I advise it.
It
is the absolute avoid at all costs freeway in this city.
It really is.
There are a lot of ways around a lot of different things here. Traffic is a part of life here in Los Angeles, but if you can stay off the 710, do it.
Yes.
It is the worst stretch of freeway in the entire city.
I was on and off quick, just bang bang, just 2 bridges, but nice going through that little area where they're doing yoga down there was nice.
There's the aquarium.
Yeah.
That's the old race
If he
track
wants
that used
to walk
be down
through there, I am down, especially when the sun comes out. Yes, let's go.
When will you get a thumbs up for the hiking?
They have to do another echocardiogram, even though I've had 100. They just need to make sure the heart is back to a certain percentage.
We should do that.
Okay.
Definitely.
Have you ever had an echocardiogram?
Sure, I have.
Have you ever had an angiogram? Because I have one of those coming up in April. And I'm a little
Is
nervous.
that the balloon?
No, that's the one where they go through the wrist, hopefully not the groin.
Ooh.
And then they go through the arteries.
Is it a camera?
Yeah, it's a camera.
Okay.
And they want to see if there's any blockage. They don't believe there is.
Oh.
Again, it's congestive heart failure. It's not like I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
But still, I'm a little nervous. So if you've had an angiogram out there and you want to tell me it's all going to be okay, tweet me at CMM.
Have you had an angiogram?
I have not.
Cardiogram?
No.
Okay.
I've had the little pads they put on your chest.
He's inspiring me to
I've
make
never
sure I
done
get
that.
all this stuff done.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't. They
I
don't
just
advise that unless you need it.
Oh, whatever.
An angiogram isn't
You've
a
had
normal
the thing where they put the pads on your chest.
Of course.
An EKG.
Yeah, EKG, definitely. Yes.
I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah.
Always. And then it's also a walking defibrillator.
No way. Okay.
So if you have to defibrillate me, this will do it for you.
It just automatically zaps you?
If my heart stopped,
Wow.
which isn't a concern anymore.
Let's
but-
hope that
Clear.
doesn't happen.
Emily shooting hot ones.
I love it. I love it. Bang!
the paramedic's going to go bam!
From
Where
the
is
mind of
answer?
Emily Hebel, it's
my
the
God.
stroke off.
You can't say
I
that.
don't think you wanted it said quite like that, did you? You
can't say that.
I don't think that's what you were
That's
looking
not-
for exactly.
Is that the sequel to Face Off?
Yeah.
I had strokes. It's okay.
Let's talk about the play-in tournament, DeMarco. Let's see if we can't get this ship
Yes.
back on the right path at some point.
You
or
said
the other.
ship, right?
Yeah, I did.
With a P.
Hold on, I got to
Yeah.
let my friend Joseph S. Normand
There he
into
is.
the building right
Yes,
now.
sir.
He, let's see. Hold on, stand
I'm
by,
so-
and
I already
bang.
beat you.
bam,
You know, I'm
open.
depending on the Lakers this time of year. I really am. For my happiness, my sports happiness. I am. I put all my energy, all my efforts into the Lakers, and I can't stand when they go through these bad stretches.
Okay.
Because it's not like you can't score. It's just you can't stop anyone.
No,
which does not compute in my brain.
They're playing bad right now.
Yes.
They are. And look, even good teams have stretches where they don't play well.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's what this is. Hopefully this is a good team that's in a bad stretch. And
This
especially
is the
defensively.
wrong time for a bad stretch.
I think you could look at it two ways. I don't know if that's true. I think that
the play-in is right there.
No.
Yeah.
The wrong time for a bad stretch
Is the playoffs.
is in 2.5 weeks.
Fair. Yes.
That's the
this
worst.
This is the
time.
second worst time then.
Well, I don't know if that's true
Where's
either.
the other one?
This could arguably be. Now I'm trying to find a silver lining here, and you know me, Mr. Optimism here.
Right. You're working hard.
The optimism is this is the time to get this on the table out there and the results are not what you're hoping for. So everybody's listening to potential solutions, willing to go back to the fundamentals, willing to do the things that you need to do that you were doing a month ago because you are not getting what you hope to get done. That the coach has your full attention. We just got torched by two really mediocre teams. We have to get better. Torched.
Yes.
So we have to get better at X, Y, and Z. Whereas if we're not getting torched, even if I'm not, like, what was the game where they played like you know what, but they still won?
There was several.
There was
when
the
you
game,
every time we missed, they get up layups.
Yes, that game.
What game was that?
That game. I'd have to, but
that was like 3 games ago.
The Lakers
Yeah.
shot 78% in the first quarter. They went up to, and then they stopped. That's hard to get people
Was
to
it
listen.
San Antonio?
Might have been San
San
Antonio.
Antonio. Yeah,
To
yeah.
say, well, we're losing. We won the game, so we're just that's fine. So hopefully this wakes everybody up, gets everybody, air quotes, sober enough to listen to what the potential solutions are. That's the silver lining, to wake up right before the playoffs. They got 11
when the
games
ship
left.
is sinking, when you're not playing well, if this is on the good end of things not going right, because if you can't score, that's an issue. Scoring isn't an issue right now. Stopping people, that seems to be a matter of effort, and that could be connected to LeBron just came back, Rui just came back, and you might be a little bit tired. It's just frustrating right now because Minnesota's breathing down your neck. Golden State's breathing down. You do not want to be in the play. The Clippers are starting to surge. Right. All these people in your rear view are starting to get closer and closer and closer. This is the wrong time to be going the wrong way.
Or everything that we thought this team might be defensively when they made that trade is actually true.
Well, you knew that, right?
Well, but it wasn't true for about a month. And again, this is my hope, is that the defensive effort that we saw for about a month and right before the Luka trade up until about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, was artificially high. That what we're looking at right now is artificially low. That it's actually somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Because in the middle of those two things might be good enough. It probably needs to be.
If you are in the middle and you're scoring, it is good enough.
Be in the middle defensively. I think the offense will figure it out. But the playing thing, I still want to get to that. We'll come up. We'll do that at 10:45. But coming up next with our pal Joseph S. Normand, fact or cap? Straight ahead, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 2.99% APR for up to 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end March 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-848-1331. That's 800-848-1331.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Collectors, Front Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FrontRowCardShow.com. That's FrontRowCardShow.com.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Something amazing is happening when power outages strike. Teams are powering through them. That's because CDW Solutions architects are building more resilient IT and electrical infrastructures with Schneider Electric. With EcoCare remote monitoring services and 24/7 support, your organization can do more than keep the lights on. Schneider Electric and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Schneider Electric.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
I am.
Hi, guys.
Aloha.
The great Joseph S. Normand joins us in studio. You remember DeMarco Farr, right?
Somewhat.
That's my dude.
Get on that mic.
Come on.
Get on that mic.
What's up, DeMarco?
What's up, big dog? How are you, sir?
Pretty good, and yourself?
You're always looking good. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
He's trying to cause dissension
because
in the ranks.
You got rid of DeMarco
He
for
did
Quinton
not.
Yates, the
I'm
big
right
CY,
here.
which is okay.
Like I've said before, Chris is an agent of chaos.
Even still,
of chaos.
I'm just a skinnier one now.
Come on.
Although, you know what Joseph says, even though I've lost 85 pounds, he goes, I was expecting you to be a lot skinnier. Thanks, Joseph.
You are much skinnier than you used to be.
I think that was a compliment.
But before we get to the fun and frivolity of Joseph in studio, let's play a little Factor Cap, Em.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
Aloha.
Yabaseo.
Jamel Hill was talking about how she had a huge ick sometimes when she would go on a date with the guy. So she says this quote: "There is nothing more unsexy and unflattering than when you're talking to somebody who's a potential love interest and they're trying to get to know them and they're like, so what's Stephen A like?
Oh,
like do you have to want to be on a date with Stephen A? Because this is doing nothing for me. Whatever arousal point I had in this conversation just immediately went to the negative." So she's saying, yeah, just don't bring up, hey, your work stuff, other things. Focus on me on this date, okay? So my statement is, this is a justifiable frustration on her part. Travis, Factor Cap.
Fact. That when you're trying to meet somebody and maybe try to make it a romantic relationship, that you don't want to talk shop. I don't want to talk about the people that you know that I might be interested in. I want to get to know you. You want to get to know me. That bringing in that whatever the work thing is, especially if the work thing is involving famous people that you happen to know, it is an ick. Fact.
Chris?
I agree. Fact. But DeMarco, was Kurt Warner really that good?
See? Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Tell me about.
There you go.
Joseph?
You see, in my case, I would get so much exposure here that anytime I'd go out with anyone, they'd be like, so what cases have you settled recently?
Or do you know that other guy? Oh, sorry.
Exactly. We would brush that off and go back to my cases at that point.
Yeah, of course.
Nice. I'll go Cap. It's never happened to me. Of course it's happened. Yes, that gives me the
Marshall
egg.
Falk, Orlando
Of
Pace,
course
Kurt
that gives
Warner,
me
Isaac
the
Bruce,
egg.
Tori
Jorge was
Holy.
doing a
Come
joke
on.
there. DeMarco was doing comedy.
That's why I gave him the look.
He's
right?
like, what?
But okay, you're the right person to talk to about this because you were a Super Bowl champion. But if the first question is, dude, what's Marshall Falk like? That's like
It depends on where I'm at with this relationship. I could care less.
Yeah.
You can ask me whatever you want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But she said potential soulmate.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
No, she said potential love interest.
Love interest.
Not-
okay, that
I think
covers
it's
a
also
lot.
probably a different way of saying.
I don't care what you're asking me.
Hookup.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. Right.
Depends on what you want. All right, so the movie that won the Best Animated Feature at the Oscars was called Flow. It's about a cat. But apparently it's risen the amount of black cat adoptions across the world, especially in Brazil and Latvia, that they've gone 3 times as many. And almost all animal shelters have too many black cats because people believe that they're superstitious. They're bad luck. So my statement is, you believe that black cats are bad luck. Chris, Factor Cap.
I would say Cap. Travis is fact, so we can go past that. Right? That was a Keyshawn. Keyshawn would have made that joke if I wasn't here.
It's on my turn.
Joseph,
Yeah.
you believe that black cats are bad luck.
I hate cats, period.
Oh,
All cats are bad luck.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Oh. Cap. They're not. Yeah, they're not bad luck. I used to have a cat, black cat.
Nice.
Morticia. Yes.
You named her
that's a good name.
Morticia?
Morticia.
Or him?
And yeah, she jumped off the balcony.
So she
I
was
didn't know- I
bad
didn't-
luck.
College, had her in college, didn't know cats, and she went into heat, didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
She jumped off the balcony, and I never saw her again.
That was that?
That
So
was it.
she did not have 9 lives.
No.
She spent them all on leaping off the balcony.
Gone.
Travis.
I agree with both of them and Joseph that I am not a cat person at all. Like hard pass on all cats. Joe, you and I are simpatico on that one. But I don't think they're bad luck. I'm superstitious with some stuff, but not like ladders.
But not the walking under ladders, the breaking the mirror.
The breaking the mirrors, the black cats.
Mirrors, sure. Yeah.
Nah.
All right, so
don't split poles.
Don't split poles?
If we're walking down the street and there's a telephone pole,
yeah.
I will not let it split us.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, don't split poles. I will go back a mile to correct that.
What happens if we do it?
It's bad luck.
Just something bad's coming.
Bad luck.
Yes. I didn't know that one.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Over the weekend when I was in Orlando, the Airbnb that we had a pool, so we had a little pool party after we celebrated my sister's match day. And my cousin, who is 29, was doing cannonballs nonstop. He just really loved doing cannonballs, and I'm just like, you need to stop.
He was
You're
there
not
for the
12.
zip line?
Yeah, he's there for the zip line.
He's how old? 12?
29.
Oh, 29. Oh,
yeah. Changes it, right?
So my statement is, there is an age limit on cannonballs. So you can't do a cannonball past, let's say, 15. Joseph, fact or cap?
Fact. No one should be cannonballing when they're that big.
How dare you?
But what if you want to embarrass your children and make them all wet? Yeah, DeMarco.
Exactly.
That'll be more of an embarrassment to me.
Oh.
It's true. DeMarco, fact cap.
I'm a cannonball specialist. Absolutely. And can opener.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the one knee.
That's the one knee. Variations of cannonball.
What about a gainer? Can you do a gainer?
I cannot do the gainer. I don't have the guts for it. Yeah.
Okay.
What's a gainer?
You kind of do like a flip, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't have the guts for it. Yeah.
You also start backwards, I believe, usually. So
off the diving board, I usually get stuck halfway and just
you
land
on your
like
back?
that. Yeah, I just panic in the middle. Bang.
Awful.
Yeah, it's bad.
Gainer. Sorry.
Travis, there's an age limit on cannonballs.
Cap, there's a quantity limit on cannonballs. Like you and I, even in our 50s, can jump in and do a cannonball once.
We get one.
You can splash everybody by the pool. But if you and I are like cannonballing, going to the ladder, getting out, cannonballing again, getting the ladder, cannonballing. Now we're just you-know-whats. We're just the proverbial a-holes that don't know when to stop and make a good joke, a bad joke. You get one cannonball.
You're exactly
I like
right.
the one cannonball thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get
Chris?
one.
Yeah, it's a fact, I guess.
Yes.
Or cap, I guess. Either way.
There we go. There's a new movie coming out called Drop, and the basis of the movie is that someone gets an airdrop of like some dangerous things happening to their children, and like they had to figure out who's dropping them these things or whatever. That's the basis of the movie, and it got me thinking that I use airdrop a lot. My parents have no idea how to use airdrop, and so, but also it's like there's a huge divide. So you use airdrop a lot. DeMarco, fact or cap?
Cap. No.
No chance you know what it is.
I know what airdrop is. No, I don't use it though.
It's really convenient,
Yeah,
especially if someone's nearby. But
really easy, but no, I don't use it.
when I was also, I went on a train one time, and people were just airdropping random stuff. And also when I was in class and in college, people would airdrop an ice, like smearing off ice, and then you have to be like, aha, you got to drink this. Anyway,
I was about to
Travis.
run.
Bro.
That was an old morning show joke, too.
That's pretty great. I do use it.
Yeah?
I don't know. Is that fact or cap?
That's fact.
That's fact. Yeah, especially when you're in a place where the Wi-Fi kind of sucks or the cellular's bad. Just tap, bang, done. Yeah, I use it a lot.
Chris?
I use it a lot, yeah. And we used to use it a lot during the morning show, actually, because we would share stuff for social. We didn't have social people back then. It was Raj, myself, Jorge.
I'm a dinosaur. I don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is? You want me to airdrop you a picture right now?
Say no. Say no.
No.
Say no.
Say yes. Say yes. Yeah.
Always decline unless you know the person, but you can open it up to other people.
You would be representing yourself in a harassment suit if that's what you said yes to.
Not if you wanted to say no. If you said yes, that's not my fault.
So it's been announced that there will be a Hawk Tua documentary.
Oh, no.
And my statement is, if they don't call it Doc Tua, they're doing it wrong.
That is true, yeah.
Travis, fact or cap?
The title, it's a fact. The content of said documentary could not interest me less.
Okay,
Yes.
Chris?
I mean, Doc Tua is amazing. Ever once in a while, it'll just pop in my head like, oh, I'm the Hawk Tua girl, because Cappy was so obsessed with that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Cappy thing to be obsessed with.
But there was a story that she may have taken her own life, but she didn't, right?
She didn't. She's alive and well, but she's
under like
their
federal
whole issue
indictment.
was like there was
Because
a
of the
Hawk
Bitcoin
Tua
thing?
coin.
Or
Yeah.
the whatever. It's not Bitcoin.
Do you know who
but-
the Hawk Tua girl is? Just
on air. I don't know if I should admit to, but yes, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it could be an Elizabeth Holmes kind of thing, except for a lot less smart. Marco?
What is her name?
I have no idea.
Nacua.
Haley Welch.
Haley Welch. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
If
they're fact. Yes,
Yeah,
please
they don't
let
call
it be
it
called that. Absolutely. Fact.
By the way, you should get on the phone and call or whatever. Like, you need to make sure that that's what they're doing.
It just
That's
went out.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'll let them know. Well, that's Factor Cap.
Thank you so
Ed.
much.
That'll
So,
be the next Tiger King.
the great Joseph S. Normand is here. Of course, call 213.
747-2000.
There we go. 213-747. It's been a while. I had a stroke, Joseph. I don't know if you know that.
It's March 18th, 1995, ladies and gentlemen. He
I didn't have a
is back.
stroke. Oh, well, thank you. Did you know that's the day that Michael Jordan faxed he's back? Today.
No, I didn't know that.
Today's the anniversary.
And he showed up as number 45.
I didn't wear 45.
Wearing the
Which was-
4-5.
this would be your 45 era.
Exactly. But here's the other thing, Joseph. You know, we were raising money for our friends to make March Matter at Children's Hospital, Los Angeles. You have a lot of money, I think. And this is right up your alley.
Yes.
Because one of the things people can donate on at 710-4CHLA.com, 710-FOR-CHLA.com, is to host an entire day of Lit with me. You can do all 9 hours. This is right up your alley.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're giving me the look like, don't make me spend more money at this station. But I'm thinking, I mean, you got a few thousand right in your pocket probably right now. 710-4CHLA.com. You could battle Joseph S. Normand and auction off this item. So I'm just telling you, if you want to go on the web later or on your phone when you get done with this, you and I could literally host every show.
You know what you should offer,
That's
Joe?
nice.
You should offer you will buy it in lieu of doing it with him. You will do it by yourself.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm not letting him do that.
That was a big no. Come on.
No, I'll pay the
He's
money.
coming
just to
with
make
it.
sure I
Yeah.
say-
You'll outbid him.
He'll bid for his own deal.
He's going to bid to keep the chair empty.
Oh, man.
I'll go to normandlegal.com. And you know that the great robe you gave me for the Mandy's last year, we'll bring it out at the Mandy's next year because we're not going to do Mandy's this year because of the time crunch. But you're still going to be part of that. You're
Can't
still going to
wait.
get on stage with me in 2026. But we're not going to call it the Mandy's. We may change the name to the Bammies or the Cappies or maybe the Josephs. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Why would it be the Cappies?
Because I want to annoy everybody else.
Oh, okay.
And Mason will literally be like, what? What? I threw a party. By the way, I got to post the video of Cappy and I trying to get in the hot tub Friday night. It'll be
Oh,
good.
man.
But Joseph S. Normand, it's good to see you, my friend.
Thanks. Likewise, Chris.
Good to see
You have a great
Likewise,
suit
too.
on
Good to
today.
see
If
you,
you're
my
watching
man.
on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, you look great.
Thank
I could
you.
actually fit in
He's
that suit, I think.
Natalie dressed.
He is Natalie.
He's
He always
Natalie
is
dressed.
Natalie dressed.
Yes.
And you know, I can't drink anymore, so those bottles of Johnny Walker Blue, I can't enjoy them like I
Joe?
used to.
After
Right
hours
here.
drinking. After
Yep.
hours drinking.
Joseph.
We can still drink.
Joseph,
Right here.
I'm still in the game.
Ditto.
Let's do
Yep,
it.
let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm still
Let's
in the
go.
game.
Factor Cap is brought to you by the Law Office of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000. You've got a lot of choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. I know firsthand. We've called after my son Bobby was in that accident. 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com.
And thank you so much for being a sponsor of Clinton and Friends in the morning, our new morning show with the great Clinton Yates. You know, I mean, you made a choice.
Absolutely.
Sometimes
Thank you.
people make a choice. That's okay.
Here comes the agent again.
That's okay.
Here he
It's
comes.
good to see you, my friend.
Thank you. Likewise.
God bless you.
Chris.
Yes,
Good
sir.
to have you back.
More fun and frivolity next on a live imaging Tuesday on 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Without your shirt on.
It's a very interesting question.
Did you offer to at some point?
At one point I said, yeah. By the way, I've never stopped going to the gym.
I've been on a Zoom. And I
29th and 30th. Baseball, football, Marvel. DC. Be there. Graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Finding the right employee for your company is tough. One wrong hire can be a major setback. You're not alone if you face this. A recent survey by Robert Half shows nearly half of hiring managers readily admit to making a bad hire. Luckily, there's a solution. With Robert Half's specialized recruiter's experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Look at that, the whispers on the Live Imaging Tuesday as I sit here, 10:48, 12 minutes in front of 11 a.m. On the Travis and DeMarco Show, thank you to Joseph S. Normand, who came in to say hello. He really wanted to come and see me because he hasn't seen me in a while.
Yeah.
Doesn't like DeMarco anymore.
He loves me. Come on.
Loves Travis, though.
He loves me.
And he smells great as always.
He's always well dressed and very nice smelling.
Naturally dressed.
As a lawyer should.
Yes.
Call Joe and the law offices of Joseph S. Normand, normandlegal.com, 213-747-2000. 2000. There you go. What else is going on there, DeMarco?
And normandlegal.com.
You keep saying during the break, like, oh, man, you
it's
now make like you talk to yourself.
I told you guys it's the weirdest feud in the world is going on
you
Twitter
and Beto?
right now. No,
sorry, I didn't mean to mention.
You know, me and Beto are cool, are very cool. Asante Samuel, the ex-corner, and Deion Sanders are going.
They have a feud
at it.
About?
With Shannon Sharp in the middle of it.
Shannon is the mediator, or
yes.
is he on a side?
If you had to rank your top corners in NFL history.
Deion Sanders, number one.
When does Asante Samuel come up?
I would not say his name.
I think that's what's making him mad. And he's going at Deion, saying that Deion isn't the best guy. If you look at numbers, it's actually Asante Samuel.
What?
Exactly, I know. But he is really, really standing on his 10 toes on this.
And we're just forgetting Brian Dawkins, Ed Reed.
Yeah, safety. Those are safeties. Okay. Yeah, but it's been going on for like 3 days, and it's getting louder.
I thought you said secondary.
Cornerback.
Oh, you said specifically cornerback.
Okay. Yeah, cornerback.
Richard Sherman.
I don't know if you heard. I had a stroke.
There's 100 different guys you might throw in there. You know,
running lot
before you get to Asante Samuel, but clearly Deion is either your number one or he's in your top three.
Deion's number one,
right? And I don't know where this is coming from, and it's been going on for days and getting louder, and I don't know why.
Can I ask a question for fear of Asante Samuel getting mad at me? Why do we care what Asante Samuel thinks?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I think maybe, and it
happens.
happens.
Why we care what Deion thinks?
Did he ever get a ring? No, right?
Yes, he's a two-time champion.
With who?
Patriots.
Oh.
And he missed one. There was a pick that he could have had that went through his hands when he was in Philadelphia.
Okay. Yeah.
That cost them a ring. So, but, I mean, I think that might be the problem, that people have forgotten about him. And everybody goes through it. It's like your second
Are you talking
retirement.
about the Patriots-Eagles Super Bowl?
Yes.
That wasn't Asante Samuel's fault. That was Donovan McNabb's fault for throwing up on the sideline.
For being...
Yeah,
but he had the
T.O. was playing on a broken knee and had an amazing game.
Yeah.
It's not Asante Samuel's fault.
No, but he had the pick in his hands and he missed it.
Ever.
Yeah.
I love T.O. I'm right there with you.
That was McNabb.
McNabb should have been in better shape.
Yes.
But I think that's the problem. A couple of years after you leave, people stop talking about you.
Well, that's
and he's got a podcast.
Unless you're Tom Brady or Joe Montana or one of those guys, we just move on.
Yeah. He thinks he's one of those guys. That's the thing.
We move on from guys really, unless you're in the GOAT conversation.
Yes.
We're going to talk, we still talk about Jerry Rice. We still talk about Randy Moss. Like those guys are in the GOAT conversations, but we don't talk about Drew Pearson. We don't talk about Harold Carmichael. Like there are good players of their era, but
he may be upset. I don't think he was ever a candidate for the Hall of Fame.
I don't think so.
Well, that would drive guys crazy because you probably do have Hall of Fame numbers and you covered Hall of Fame guys. You just didn't get the Hall of Fame rub, and that's probably where he's coming from. But,
speaking of Hall of Famers, Puka Nacua invoked Aaron Donald's name. And I want to play this for you. It's a little long, but I want you to listen to all of this. Puka talking about him deciding that he would like to retire at 30 years old.
What do you do after? I want to retire at the age of 30. I'm 23 right now. I'm going into year 3. I think of Aaron Donald like, man, like to go out at the top, I think it would be super cool, but then also be like, yo, like I want to have a big family. Just like I want to have at least a starting 5. I'm like, I came from a big family.
Oh,
So
he
I'm like,
said he want 5.
I need 5 boys. I need 5 boys for sure.
That's cool.
But also be like, man, I want to be able to like be a part of their lives and like be as active as I can with them. So I'm like, I don't want to be. The injuries are something that you can't control part of the game. So like, oh man, like you never know. Hopefully, like the rest of your career go healthy. But like, man, you have shoulder surgery, you have knee surgery, you have ankle, and be like, yo, like by the time my kids could be 18, I'm like, I could be barely walking if I like if you play the game and like you sustain all the injuries and stuff like that. But I want to retire early. And what was the second part of the question?
What do you do after? Like, what are some goals that you might have?
Ooh, I want to get into real estate. That's the first thing. I'm going back to Utah here in a little bit. Like, I want to look for like a rental property to have out there.
Fire, bro.
And then I love like food. It's been like football, sports, food. They kind of just go hand in hand. So I was like, man, I want to like rather like be like in a ownership group of like some food restaurant or like actually own like my own restaurant. My mom, I think I could. I don't want my mom to be a chef, like, because then I can't hang out with her. But I'm like, if my mom could teach these people how to cook the food that way she did, I think that would be cool. Like, whether it was like local Polynesian food or just like, I think my mom makes top tier spaghetti. So I'm like, man, something about she put a little bit of that brown sugar on top. And be like, man, mom, nobody should have this, but they should.
Spaghetti. That sounds interesting. Everybody likes their own mom's spaghetti.
Of
Mom
course.
always makes good spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
That'd be cool if he had a restaurant. He could invite Cooper Cup to dine there.
He could. They're friends. Be careful with that.
We'll get that ram.
Yeah, I want to have 5
Don't
boys.
say that about Cooper.
No, be careful with. I want to have 5 boys. That's how you wind up with 11 kids. Because you could pop out 3 girls.
You could be Gordon Hayward and just keep having girls.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. And you're wanting that 5 kids. But I don't mind him saying this. And that was cut, right, Emily? That was edited. Because if you want to go out
from
like
ESPN.
If you want to go out like Aaron, you got to win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
So I get that, to be at the top of your game, win, and then exit before you get all beat up. That makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And logically, it's like, okay, I'm going to be in the league for X amount of years. I'm going to make X amount of dollars, ballpark, and I'm going to leave with, hopefully, knock on wood, my health. Right? Because he wants to have a big family. He wants to be physically able to spend time with his kids, and et cetera, et cetera. Here's what derails that. He gets to 30 years old and he feels pretty good. He gets to 30 years old and there's somebody offering millions of dollars to keep going. He gets to 30 years old and he hasn't won the Super Bowl.
At 30, that's 2 contracts.
Right. He gets to 30 and he hasn't won the Super Bowl. He gets to 30 and all of a sudden there's a new quarterback that's really good that can find a way to get him. There's so many different things that will keep you in the game. Hey, I feel great at 30. I can run this out to 33 and still be good with my kids. So I get it, but I am not going to start the clock ticking on Puka's impending retirement.
Puka, but he just broke the cardinal rule of any athlete, especially football players. You be careful making statements, because like you said, you're going to be 29 at some point, and then 30. And if you didn't get the ring, I thought you said you were done, and you're out here at 32, 33, 34, 35, still balling.
But wouldn't you say he's also already injury prone?
You know, he plays at a high level, and he plays a physical style. I wonder with the addition of Devontae Adams, I bet the offense changes slightly because you don't have Kupp anymore.
Right.
You don't have that guy that's basically a receiver, tight end that you can run 12 personnel stuff out of 11.
He plays such a specific brand of football. He is such a physical player.
He's going to get the end arounds.
Yeah, he gets those plays, and he's a lot like Cooper Kupp. He's not stepping out of bounds when the ride's over. He's putting his head down. He's going forward.
But
he's cutting back into the field.
Debo is still banging. Debo's still going. So physical style receivers, and he is the top of the heap as far as physical receivers are still going. So just be careful. I get where you're going. I remember when we were sitting here talking about McVay may retire.
Yeah.
And then he caught that second win. So sounds good now. We'll see how you are in 3 years.
Nobody in their 20s that talks about retirement that I take seriously.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't mean that disrespectfully.
Except when they say when you start talking about retirement, you already are, which is scary.
Okay, fair enough. But what I'm saying is we all have these plans. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. There's that old, I don't know if it's a proverb or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, man plans, God laughs.
Yes.
Like you can go, you can put together whatever.
Tell them your plans.
Right. You can put together whatever you want, but then life happens, and there's money to be made, and there's things to do, and there's unfinished business that you'd like to go do. And when you're 50-something and you start talking about retirement, it's right there.
Yeah.
It's not some idea in the distant future that you got to get through multiple decades to get through.
Yeah.
So
I bet you'll hear less from him going forward.
I bet you, if I had to place a bet right now, does Puka Nacua play beyond 30 years old, assuming health Yes.
Don't know, but I bet he'll get back to football. But I like this Puka. I like the guy that's not afraid to say what he thinks.
I want you to answer the question you asked, Morales.
Which one?
Is Puka Nacua injury prone?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Because he's injured.
Not a lot.
He's only been in
for 3
2
years.
years.
You wouldn't say he gets injured a lot?
2.
No.
And then he missed part of his college career.
He missed. Well, that's a good point. He missed a big chunk of one season.
Again, for a guy who's 3 years in, I don't know.
Going into 3.
If it keeps happening, then yes. I think you can chalk this up to
now that
a
might be
little bit
because of how
luck.
he plays. I'm not saying he has a bad body.
Look,
I'm just saying he plays
reason
hard.
Cup isn't here is because he kept getting hurt.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. If you keep getting hurt, you could call it prone, what have you. If you could be unlucky.
This is why I keep coming back to Cup as the perfect
We thought
example.
they weren't going to be a playoff team because of the injuries on the receiver core. I mean, that's the reality.
No, Cup, I think, qualifies as injury prone the more he got into
Especially
it.
the
With
last 3
Puka, I'm
years.
still a little bit open-minded on it, but I would like to see Puka step out of bounds. I would like to see him not absorb all of the hits. Look, some you can't avoid. Some you
Then
have to
trade
take.
him.
Some you have to take. But if it's one of those, here I got my first down, I can get 12 yards and not take a hit, or I can get 13 yards and take it. I think those are the best points I've ever made in my life.
Big time.
Just for the record,
I don't know if I've ever been better.
It continues to amaze me that we still haven't figured out how to schedule those because we know when they come, but nevertheless.
If I was
we
a wrestler-
apologize for everybody listening on 710. If
Yes.
you're on YouTube, I think you watched us not talk to
Sit
each other
there for a second.
for 3 minutes.
If I was a wrestler, that'd be my entrance music. I like that.
The EBS?
I love that right there. Yeah, you just know something bad's happening. But I would say this, right? That would be a different Puka because he's not a burner.
No, he's not.
That's what he does best is you want to see how many times that defense can tackle him. That's the advantage. I wouldn't ask him to stop. I would ask him to figure out how to stay healthy. That's hard.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. If
Hines
you can do both
Ward
of those
did.
things.
Hines Ward was
Take
Hines
shots like that and stay healthy.
He's
that's
giving
tough.
it to him. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But he's not a burner, so this is what he does.
Good health news on the Dodger horizon. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Whatever happened to doing the show today without your shirt on?
It's a very interesting question.
Did you offer to at some point?
At one point I said, yeah. By the way, I've never stopped going to the gym.
I've been on a Zoom call with Mason that he did with his shirt off.
Yeah.
With Kevin Demoff, the COO of the Rams.
And I was ripped. I was shredded.
He was also in bed, Heather.
Yeah, I was in bed, but shredded.
OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN. The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeagleLAchampionship.com.
At Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, we believe you should love who you want to love. And during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you can lease a brand new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Premium all-wheel drive for just $329 per month for 36 months with $39.39 due at signing. Visit Ocean Subaru today.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance, not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. Lease for 10,000 miles per year. VIN RH915476. MSRP $39.50 plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 3/31/2025.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason and Ireland.
But I'm still working on my McVay. I like when he calls George. And I'm working on McVay. I haven't spent enough time on it yet. I'm working on it, though. I want to be able to do.
I appreciate you buttering me up, George.
I appreciate you buttering me up, George. I want to get it
towards
so that,
the end. You got it a little more towards the end.
I want to get it so that when McVay comes on, I can McVay him.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
We'll walk through my duked up
No, the people that took their foot off the gas, we'll take care of them.
He's back, DeMarco.
Oh, my God.
4 minutes after 11 o'clock.
It went from let's get healthy to I got some scores that I got to settle.
Ari Gold is
here. It's a live imaging Tuesday.
It is back
On the Travis and DeMarco show.
way.
Shook. Love it.
The Duke of Earl is back. The great Gene Chandler singing. As we play the homie oldies a lot on Tuesday. Don't forget Mason and Ireland coming up. Sedano and Cappy.
Sedano.
You can still bid on Sedano and Cappy show items at 710-4CHLA.com. You can bid on Travis and DeMarco stuff, like the Tour of Legends Attic with Oral Hershiser, or a round of golf at Pechanga Resort Casino. Beautiful golf course.
Big time.
710-4CHLA.com, plus a new item. Again, they thought I was going to die, so they didn't put an item for me. But now,
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
How long are you going to be using that?
As Stephanie, my great girlfriend, and our marketing manager says, forever. As long as I have to.
But once you're not dead for 6 months, a year, 2 years, like you can't keep going with
5 years out of it.
Is it 5?
I still bring up our morning show, and that was 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, I hate seeing that. I hate seeing
the morning
Juju
show.
Watkins. No, Juju Watkins getting hurt. I hate seeing the
nobody
video.
sees that.
They keep showing it over and over again. It's like every network has to show it at least once. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, you could also host Live Imaging Tuesday with me. 710-4CHLA.com. Spend all 9 hours here on a Tuesday for late spring or summer. You can meet all the personalities, all the producers. You can meet the great corporate Greg.
Nice. With a bad back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have lunch with us, and we'll get to you some pie, too, so you can have road pie with Cappy. Not literally on the road, but...
I'm missing the bit with the road pie with Cappy. What's the bit?
We used to eat road pie on the way home to Orange County.
That's right.
And then we would do an Instagram Live.
Road pizza.
Yes.
Yes. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you, Travis. Breaking that down. Go ahead.
It's
Just
like
saying.
floor pizza, but different.
Exactly.
I got you. Bro, I got you.
Not that different.
Should we text Beto for him to explain it to you?
I love Beto. Call Beto. Send Beto in here. Yes.
Beto should come back.
Hey, Beto's going to come back.
Sliwa should come back.
No, stop. Alley. Oop.
Beto was on the radio yesterday doing the Lakers pre and post.
There you go.
He was.
Did Beto go away for a while?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, good.
From here, he did.
Anyway.
Oh, well, yeah.
Come on.
I mean, that's just the way that
Yes.
it goes.
Excited.
Mookie is gonna play Thursday.
Is he really?
So they're saying he might play in the final Freeway Series game, which is tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. No, tonight. I'm sorry, tonight. The
Yep.
final Freeway Series game is tonight. Off tomorrow, opening day against the Tigers, Dodger Stadium on Thursday. And Dave Roberts was talking about it yesterday and say that he's turned the corner, that he did eat. He was able to keep it down.
Oh, good.
And they're at least, cautiously optimistic that he might be able to play on Thursday against the Tigers, which to me seems like a mistake.
You think so?
I do, because look,
What's the worst that could happen?
I don't want to find out.
I mean,
I don't. If he's dehydrated, if he is underweight, if he is not feeling like he should,
but if they give him the green light, I'm assuming he's going to be okay.
Okay,
and he's been working out through this.
Sure. You take 20 pounds off of a guy that doesn't have a pound to spare, and you're just going to throw him back into the deep end of the pool against Major League pitching, Major League action.
I don't expect much from him from the
no
plate.
Ramp back up.
No.
I would like to see him get his weight at least partially back way up. I would like to see him play some games that are not played at full Major League intensity. Let's on-ramp this at a rate that is not Major League caliber.
How long do you think that takes for him?
Is
it just a weight thing?
Let's say it takes 10 days.
But what if he looks good at the plate?
Then,
even at 157, 160, whatever he is.
I am going to miss on the high side of caution on this by a mile. Mookie Betts is incredibly important to this team. Incredibly important to this team. And I'll
but if he's okay, if he feels good, he got a good 3 meals in that stayed in.
DeMarco, he had yesterday.
I know
he was talking about how he hadn't eaten in 3 weeks.
But if he kept 3 meals down and you put him through the paces and he was okay and he felt fine, his levels were good.
Not me.
And he wants to go.
No, I am going to protect him from himself at that point. And look, if 10 days from now, we send him down to extended spring training, right?
Yeah.
You get him some reps that are not Major League level, and everything's hunky-dory, then great,
but
let's bring him back.
What's the worst that could happen? Like he just
I don't
strikes
know.
out or
No,
he gets hurt?
He gets hurt. The worst that could happen is he has a physical setback that was predicated by not playing baseball for a period of time, by not being at Major League intensity, by being drastically underweight, and he has an injury that not only does put him on the IL, but maybe lingers, that maybe goes further into the season.
I thought he was just sick and he was working out.
I don't know what it is. As of yesterday, they didn't know what it was.
I know.
And today it's full speed ahead. That just doesn't add up.
But he's been there every day, I guess. He's been working out. They've been monitoring. He said, I can do everything except eat. That's what he said. That was 2 days ago or yesterday. I can do everything except eat.
Mm-hmm.
So the minute I can keep something down, I'm fine. Regardless of what it is, because it doesn't seem like they're actually going to find out what it was. What the diagnosis?
They're not telling us, which would be fine.
They're not telling him, which would be not good.
No, that's bad.
That would be bad.
No, but look, we don't deserve to know his health, like his illness status. That's his business, his doctors, and all that. So he doesn't owe that to us or anything. But
there's only
there's a reason that more often than not, when the guys miss a period, and this isn't a ton of time, but it's enough time to make me want to, and especially at the beginning of the season where you've had a whole off season, you haven't been playing at Major League intensity.
Mm-hmm.
The game on Thursday will be wildly different than the game that's played tonight at Anaheim Stadium.
Oh, definitely.
Just the intensity of it, right?
Yeah.
It just ratchets up a level.
It's a risk.
And
it may turn out to be nothing. Like he may just start the season and here we go.
Hopefully. And that would be the best possible scenario. But if you gave him a week, right? It's 5 games. Like what is the big deal? Let's give him a little bit of a runway.
On this team, nothing. You should be able to ride out your best player for a week. But I think this might be Mookie driven, and it seems like he is really eager to get back out there. If he's like, man, I don't want to go, I feel like crap, this is terrible, I hate baseball, and then you forced him out there, that would be bad. But if he wants to go, look, Skip, I'm good. Give him a shot.
I'm gonna.
It's not like you're gonna get hit in the face.
I would. Well, who knows?
I mean, that's true.
But I would, in this case, I'm not gonna let the athlete's always gonna want to play.
Yeah,
especially a guy like Mookie.
But even if I'm a manager and I need him to win, and
I don't.
I want Mookie out there. I want him to win.
Of course.
Better chance to have him. And he's looking good.
The Dodger goal is to win the World Series again.
Right.
The way that they're going to do that is having Mookie Betts at his best. And the way that you keep him at his best is to keep him as healthy as possible and to not have little nagging little setbacks, little teeny tiny things that we keep having to reset it. And this feels like a way to skip the first reset.
True. Well, anything can happen anytime.
Of course.
Freddie overswings, he hurts his ankle.
Of course.
Let me knock on wood.
But this is not one of those unforeseen things. He hasn't played in a couple weeks. That's a long time.
Couple weeks.
Yeah. That's a long time for a baseball player who usually plays every day.
Play through spring.
Yeah, but he hasn't played for 2 weeks.
I know, but played through spring, got ready for Japan. They yanked him out of Japan, and you're playing within a few weeks, and you just lost weight.
I'd wait.
It's not like coming back off a bad knee. You just didn't feel good. You couldn't keep anything down, and you lost some pounds. You lost some muscle, guaranteed.
If this were Max Muncy, and no, sorry, Max, but you had a pound or two to spare, fine.
Yeah.
Mookie was so skinny to begin with. It's just
Tutu Atwell says, "Dang man, you small."
He weighs less than Tutu, or at least close less than Tutu.
Right.
Atwell. I don't know if anybody weighs less than Tutu Atwell, but
you a little dude.
Tutu is not a big.
Right.
Dude, when I see him at camp and his legs. I mean, toothpicks.
He's not very big.
No, absolute toothpicks. There was a bunch of good news last night. Dodger news. 2 good pitching newses. That's coming up next.
Newses?
Travis Newses. I just see. I was hoping you wouldn't notice
Newses.
that. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Prize Picks. Right. Put the app on your phone. And when you do that, you're going to want to enter the code 710 when you're signing up. And when you use the code 710 at Prize Picks, here's what you get. $50 guaranteed after you play your first $5 lineup. You don't need to win the $5 lineup. Even if you lose, you get the $50 guaranteed. And Prize Picks is easy and it's fun. It's easy because all you have to do is pick more or less. For instance, today, the Sacramento Kings and the Oklahoma City Thunder are playing each other. SGA, who might win MVP this year, more or less than 31.5 points. I'm clicking it right now. We're going to go less, slightly less. DeMar DeRozan, more or less than 21.5 points. I'm clicking it right now. There you go, right? If you're on YouTube, you can see it, right? More, pick less. You can win up to 1,000 times your money with Prize Picks. All you got to do is pick more or less. You hit, and you get paid. You get paid right away. In as quick as 15 minutes. You can do Apple Pay. You can do your MasterCard. All sorts of different ways to get paid right away. But you can't do any of it if you don't play at Prize Picks. Prize Picks, run your game.
And the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th.
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center. Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com.
That's frontrowcardshow.com.
It's spring in the Southland, and the season of adventure is here. So why not hit the road in a brand new Kia from Kia of Carson? Whether you want a sleek sedan, a spacious SUV, or the latest hybrid or EV, Kia of Carson has the perfect ride for you. As one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country, we have all the latest tech-savvy vehicles that make the season of adventure more exciting. And Kia of Carson makes car buying easy, fun, and unforgettable. But don't wait. Our spring sales event is happening now. Hurry in today or shop online at KiaofCarson.com. Kia of Carson. Let's get you on the road.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I had to do this with Byron Scott, part of the BB Go challenge. We had to pick rice up with chopsticks.
It's hard.
Raw rice.
Yeah. Uncooked?
Uncooked for 30 seconds.
So, like, how many different grains of rice could you get?
Yes.
How many did you get?
I got 13. Byron Scott got 9.
Oh, you blew him out.
I blew him out. That's what I said. Want
That's
my
not
ring.
even close.
We bet rings, too. I want my ring. Yes, sir.
You get one of his Laker rings?
Absolutely. I had mine on. I said, let's bet rings on it. He said, sure.
Was that a good time yesterday?
Blast. Yeah. Absolute blast.
You said you always wanted to meet AC. You got a chance to do that.
Hang out with AC he's exactly who you think he is. The nicest big dude in the world.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, so nice. Talking with Byron, every picture.
Did he not want to chopstick rice with you?
Who?
AC.
AC, no, we had a different part.
Oh, okay.
We did a little skit where we walked over the BB Go and they cooked it for us and we ate it. Yeah, it was cool.
I bet it was.
So imagine that camera angle. 6'1" and 6 whatever he is.
What
and
is
we
he,
have
6'7"?
Yeah. So I'm literally, as he's eating, I'm looking at the bottom of his dish. Like that's where his mouth. Like, good.
You know what's funny to me?
Right.
I've kind of given you a hard time about this before. You are oddly sensitive about your height, despite not being small at all.
I'm barely 6'1".
But that's what nobody has ever said. I'm barely 6'1". What you say is I'm barely 5'6". I'm like that's what like short people are like. Dude, I'm not even 5'6".
I'm around the trees.
I understand that, but you're like oddly obsessed about your height, despite being taller than almost everybody.
I have believed my entire life that I'm taller than Steve Kerr. Taller than Derek Fisher and taller than Byron Scott, right? Because they look that way on TV.
No, those guys are 6'4", 6'5".
And then when you see them, you realize that 6'1" is not very tall.
It is tall. DeMarco, that's like saying, I'm stupid. Why? Because I'm not as smart as Stephen Hawking.
I'm just saying, when they look small on TV.
There are different thresholds.
Yes.
You got to think of like the world writ large. You are not a small person. You're not a short person.
In the world of dancing buffaloes,
professional athletes,
and elephants, yes, I'm undersized. I'm not short.
Did you watch any of the Dodgers last night? Dodgers Angels.
I did not watch any. No.
Spring training. So you've heard me say a million times. Like,
I'm waiting for Thursday. Yeah,
I can't wait either. Tyler Glasnow was terrific last night. Not good, but like legitimately, holy blank, look at that.
Explain a spring training game sandwiched right between opening day.
They play right up until, and then they go home, and then you start.
How hard are we going here?
He was here. I'll give you this.
Yeah.
He pitched 5 innings. He gave up 2 hits. He struck out 9 and walked 1 against major league hitters.
I'm trying to hit too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saving anything at the plate.
It's not a regular season game, but it is guys are trying to get ready. And the last thing you want to do to get ready before the season starts is go strike out 9 times in 5 innings.
Okay.
Right?
But
they're
this
trying
is
to
not
do
like a 200-yard rushing day in the preseason.
No.
Like who cares?
The guys that were playing last night, especially the guys that Glasnow fixed, are major league players.
Okay, go ahead.
These are not guys that will be fixing VCRs in a few months. These are guys that are going to be in the major leagues.
Okay.
And he wiped them out. and so as I'm watching this, you're just thinking, he's their 6th best guy.
Yep, that's why I was laughing.
And he's wiping people out. And if you said to me, we're fast forwarding to October, and it's come down to one game, and Tyler Glasnow is the guy that gets the ball, and he's healthy, I'm good.
I'll take that.
I'm good.
I'll take
He's
that.
that good.
Mm-hmm. He may be that good that you pick him on that day.
Ohtani is Ohtani, so okay, put that over there. Yamamoto is still newish and ascending. So, okay, cool. Sasaki's brand new, don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Blake Snell's won the Cy Young twice. He's won it in both leagues. Okay, he's a made Glasnow's just as good as these, like just pure stuff. Like when he pitches, nobody hits him. It's just so interesting to me that their fifth or sixth guy, when Ohtani gets back, he will be their fifth guy probably, is unhittable.
Wow.
That's not how this is supposed to go.
Still don't know why you're forcing that, but that's okay.
Forcing what?
This is, I don't mean you.
Yeah.
Just the Ohtani pitching thing. It's not like you need him to pitch.
So he's gonna be back on the mound just as throwing a bullpen on Saturday.
Right.
Okay. And the quote from Dave Roberts was, for 2025, the most important piece of this is having him be able to do both through the end of the season and through October. What do you hear when you hear that?
That he's going to pitch and hit.
Okay.
By the end of the year.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That he is going to pitch, quote, through the end of the season and through October. What I'm
Get
hearing
him
with
ready
that,
for October.
You're not going to see him 15 times during the regular season.
That makes sense. Good.
It sure does. And they're going to get him ready, and you will deploy him strategically as needed. You're going to make sure that he's sharp enough because he's got to get some reps, big league reps, et cetera, et cetera. But they're going to be able to manage this pitching staff, and we've talked about this a million times. The holy grail of baseball is to try to find a way to keep your pitching rotation up. The White Sox, kind of quick tangent, 4 of their players this year, 4 pitchers on the White Sox this year are getting Tommy John surgery in spring training.
Wow.
4. I mean, it's an epidemic, so it's everywhere.
It's kind of sobering when you think of it.
They can take Ohtani and say, we're going to chill out for half the year, maybe more. That you could take Sasaki and say, we're going to slow play this. We'll pitch you once a week as opposed to 1.5 times a week. That you could take Tyler Glasnow, who has been hurt a ton in his career. When he's right, nobody's as good. We can slow play almost everybody but Snell. Snell's been the one guy that's kind of been a workhorse throughout his career, so you can just kind of pitch him as needed. They don't have to tax anybody
at all. Yes, that's why, to your point, I see your point about Mookie. You don't really need to rush anybody anywhere on this team.
Be at our best as often as possible.
True.
And
you don't have to rush anything.
We don't have to. We don't have to mash the gas. We don't have to worry about getting off to. We're going to get off to a good start no matter what.
All 4 White Sox guys got hurt this calendar year.
They were diagnosed and will be undergoing Tommy John surgery this year.
That's sobering because that's the only thing that would change your opinion on the Dodgers ruining baseball is if you have something catastrophic. And I was thinking all over the lineup, if you lost 4 starting pitchers, you're back to everyone else land.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but think about it.
You still have Ohtani.
Think about the guys that they're pitching. Ohtani has had 2 arm rebuilds. Dustin May has had 2 arm rebuilds. Tyler Glasnow has had an arm, right? Yamamoto missed half the season last year. Sasaki last year in Japan, they didn't use much because he had some arm stuff. That really the only guy in their rotation that has kind of been relatively healthy throughout most of his career is Snell. That's 1. Those other guys have, many of them have more than 1. Clayton Kershaw coming back from an injury. Tony Gonsolin coming back from an injury. Like literally their entire pitching staff has gone through this. And it's not just a Dodger thing. That's an everybody thing. But to forecast into June, July, August, kind of the dog days of summer, it would be stunning if more than 2 or more of those guys weren't down for a while. Maybe not for the season, but just, hey, they're not going to pitch for a month, just like Yamamoto last year. Yamamoto didn't pitch for 3 months. Tyler Glasnow didn't pitch for a month or 2. They shut him down. He came back and they just, shut him down again. Like, that's kind of the way it goes.
When do you, take off your pitch counts?
Playoffs.
The
playoffs are where, and it's really not even until late in the playoffs.
How would you treat Yamamoto going in?
I'd mash the gas. In the playoffs or in the regular season?
In the regular season.
No, super cautious.
Okay.
Super cautious.
First sign of trouble out?
No.
Let him work himself through.
I don't think it's I think it's a pitch count thing much more than he's getting rocked or not.
You get to here and you're done.
We're gonna. How does it look? And by the way, these guys are so driven by the numbers now. If the velo's falling off, if the RPMs are falling off, if the metrics just don't look right, they're gone.
I just don't want to be sitting here talking about, hey, you should have let him go for the no-no.
Oh, I mean, I don't know how many years ago they took. This was in April.
I remember.
Clayton Kershaw had a perfect game.
2022, I think.
2022, was that what it was?
And they took him out
in the 7th inning.
Remember.
Like you could smell it from there. Like that's not 5th inning no hitters when they take him out. It's like, guys, he wasn't going to get there. He's barely halfway there. 7th inning is you're
see
almost
it
there. From there.
Yeah.
He also took it from the guy who suffered from blisters. Hill.
Rich Hill.
Rich Hill.
Heel?
No.
Hill?
Hill.
Yeah.
Not heel.
Hill.
You got to really lean into the American.
You guys have ruined me with that.
Hill.
Every time I see Hill, heel.
I hate that heel is out for half the season because I was looking forward every time he pitched. Hey, Jorge, heel
tomorrow.
6 innings last night.
His name is Lewis Hill.
Yeah,
Luis Hill. No. Luis Hill.
Heel.
The I is E.
Yeah, heel.
Running up that heel.
And the G is H.
There you go.
Well, to you guys,
Yeah,
yes. To
yes.
us,
Wow.
But aren't you the one who's like, yeah, words have to mean something?
Heel. Hill. Hell.
Yeah.
I'm glad you took something out of that. That's one I thought I could get away with not watching because it's like, wait, it doesn't matter, and you start on Thursday,
and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it was so dominant.
Just
it
to
was
see him
like
go.
it was like whoa. Like had he gone out there, pitched 5 innings, given up 3 runs, 5 hits, struck out a couple guys, walked a couple guys, like okay, just getting ready, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you just go out there and wipe out major leaguers,
Why not?
it's hard not to go. Yeah, that's something.
Looking
else,
pretty
man.
good. Yeah.
Looking really good. Em, do you have a little last man stand for us coming up?
Yeah, I do.
A little
Let's go.
last man to stand, and that's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. But not before I tell you about next. And it's time to clear out all the dust, all the allergens, not just from your home, but from the air that you breathe. And Next Gen is here to help you breathe easier because right now, ESPN
Second, a new franchise record. Behind the net, Donnell. The trapezoid takes it in front center. Pass! Score! Warren Fogle! And the Kings lead 2-1 on Fogle's 100th career goal and his 20th of the season. Tonight, the 3-game homestand comes to an end as the Kings host the New York Rangers. Listen live at 7:30 Pacific on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Hello, I'm Richard Navarro, General Manager at Fleming Steakhouse and Wine Bar in downtown Los Angeles, where unforgettable dining meets the heart of the city. Whether it's prime steaks, fresh seafood, or a handcrafted cocktail, we're here to make your next experience out exceptional. Call us today at 213-745-9911 to reserve your next table. We're open for lunch and dinner. Fleming's, where great steaks, good times. Call at 213-745-9911.
PrizePicks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks, and springtime is here, and that means baseball season is underway, so don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond in your PrizePicks lineup. Strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, take your pick, more or less, for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash today. And on PrizePicks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with guys from basketball, hockey, esports, and a whole lot more. Download the app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play that first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. PrizePicks. Run your game.
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project. At Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And these days, when everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hard-working tools at hard-working prices. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I love this song.
Did you play this because I was going to talk about Aaron Rodgers?
Of course I did. You know me. I try
Really?
to find something to
Wow.
I didn't even think he knew I was going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. But
Wow.
it seems to fit. He still hasn't signed with anybody, and it seems like now
he's not in a rush.
The Giants, I guess, there's Winston, 2 years, $8 million. He's there in case they have to have somebody, right? He's not the plan.
Somebody's got to take snaps.
Right. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to be there.
You need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I keep coming back to your theory of maybe his options aren't the Steelers or something else. It could be a really good team that we don't know will need a quarterback right now. They might need him in a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is. Or I'm just not going to play.
That's also a possibility.
Maybe that's the option is the job that we don't think will be open gets open because of a really poor performance or an injury or something like that. And he's like, I'm going to jump into that because he's one of the few guys that it feels to me that he could just show up and kind of have it wired from day one.
I don't know what he doesn't know about the game.
Right,
it's just terminology. What are we calling this week? Okay, I got it. Let's go.
Yeah.
But he strikes me as the type that doesn't want to be part of a football team this time of year anyway. He wants to be a free spirit. Go do other things. Go sit in the dark. Take ayahuasca. This is a weird time when they actually monitor how many times you show up in the building. And it's just to go work out. It's just they want to make sure you're in town.
Yeah.
He's the opposite of that. Leave me alone until we get ready to go to camp, and then I'll show up. So
is that okay?
It depends on who you are, man.
Yeah.
If you're an established veteran.
Is it okay for him?
If he was your guy and you were winning football games, yes, this would just be a part of the Aaron Rodgers experience.
Okay, so
we won't see him until July.
For instance, if he were still and had never left Green Bay, okay, this is just fine. He knows what
This is what he does.
This is what he does, and he knows what we're going to do. And when it comes time to go, he'll be fine.
Yes.
But a new team, new teammates, new terminology, all the things we're talking about.
Steeler Bowl.
Shouldn't he be there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Steelers are going to require you to be there. This is how we do things.
Yeah.
Like the Yankees, we don't have facial hair until now. This is what we do. This is how we do. But this is not how we did it in Green Bay. This is not what they did in New York. I don't care. This is how we do it.
Right.
Yeah, but this is the time of year where he doesn't want to be involved with football.
This allows him to not have to say, no, I'm just not a part of your team yet.
Correct.
Yeah,
and
I'm not saying no, I'm just not on your team.
And he could just sit and wait because eventually guys get hurt, guys flame out, and he's going to look real attractive to a win-now football team. If you're looking on the street for a quarterback and there's Joe Bag of Donuts, Ben Empty Chair, and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. If it comes down to Carson Wentz or Joe Flacco or something like that, or Aaron Rodgers, that's not a hard
How'd you
choice.
know I meant those two guys with Bag of Donuts and Empty Chair?
Well,
how did you know?
Because those guys have been the guys that have been sitting there twiddling their thumbs for a few months, waiting for an opportunity. And and by the way, it comes around, like it always kind of does.
Yeah, and you could circumvent all the nonsense, all the team building stuff that he's probably not interested in anyway.
The part with him
come in and play
that I just don't know. You could convince me to either end of the spectrum.
Yes,
is I don't know if he wants to win again. I don't know. Maybe he has a burning desire to have one more shot to go to the Super Bowl and win the whole thing, or maybe he just like, man, I don't give a damn.
I think he wants to win, but not for the glory of the game. Not like
as in
the
I
way
told 90, you so?
As in I told you so.
Yeah.
Like as in I'm going to ball out in the Super Bowl, so you have to give me a stage.
Yeah.
And then you can't shut me up.
And then I'll give you this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That like Jerry Jones. I think Jerry wants to win for the glory and because I told you so.
In the other order, but yes.
Yeah, but I told you so.
I told you so first, Oh, and by the way, we won.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the glory of me.
Yes.
And then for the rest of it.
I won the Super Bowl. They also won the Super Bowl.
Who's the smartest guy in the room?
Right.
This guy.
Are you guys
Right,
ready
that
for
dude.
a last man standing?
Yes.
All right. So this one has to do with a CBS Sports article by Brian DeArdo, and he ranked the top 30 quarterbacks all time in his mind.
Okay.
Top
But-
30 QBs of all time. Okay.
But his criteria is individual accolades, record set, team success, and enduring legacy. So
in
all,
that order. Okay.
all those things combined is his
that's
top
good
10.
criteria.
Top 30.
Accolades, so your resume.
Longevity, awards, winning.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And
you go.
your legacy.
That's a good.
long-term.
That's a good list.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you guys to give me the top 10 on his list. It's both all different eras of football.
Okay.
So I'm going to start
We're going to be in it
with
at the end. Yeah. Okay.
DeMarco.
Montana.
Montana is on there, and he is number 2. Okay, Travis.
Brady.
Brady is number 1.
Yeah.
Jorge.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning's number 3. DeMarco.
Elway.
Elway is number 6.
Dog. I really wanted Elway.
All right, Travis.
He's got to be there. He's got to be there. I know it's new, but he's got to be there. Mahomes.
Mahomes is number 7.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I-
That was pretty good. That was Seacrest worthy. That was good. Oh my God.
Jorge.
You said Montana. You said Elway.
What has been said as Brady, Montana, Manning, Elway, Mahomes?
I'll go Favre.
Favre is 9.
Oh!
So you barely got in there.
So we got 6. We got 4 left.
Correct. You have 4, 5, 8, and 10. DeMarco.
Longevity, resume, and winning.
Yeah.
How about the burger?
Who's that?
Ben Roethlisberger.
He's on the top 30, not on the top 10.
Oh!
That's a good one.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
So DeMarco's out.
Dang.
Between Travis and Jorge. Travis.
So there's one glaring part of this that this person does not check the box, but the other
Fast
parts
release
of
guy?
it
Yeah.
are off the charts. But the winning could really come back to bite me.
Say it.
Dan Marino.
Uh-huh.
Marino is number 4.
Yeah.
See? Right. But he didn't win.
I know who I'm going next.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Jorge.
Oh man, I don't know. I'll just go with the Niner. Young.
Ooh, good
Oh,
one.
he's on there.
Young.
Gotta
He
be.
is not on the top 10, and therefore Travis wins this
Hey.
round.
Hey.
Travis, what
Nice.
would have been your next guess?
Warren Moon.
Warren Moon is not there.
Oh.
So you got
Jim
one.
Kelly.
No.
No.
Warner.
Okay.
Here is the last three that you didn't get. So Rodgers, the person that we were doing this for.
Oh.
He's at 8.
We faked our own selves out. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
5 is.
Can I guess one? Is Dan Fouts on the list?
He's not in the top 10.
Winning.
Okay.
Breeze?
Number 5 is Unitas.
Johnny U.
Hey.
Okay.
Never got that
And number
on that.
10 is Drew Brees.
Bottom of that
Okay,
list.
Breezy.
Unitas.
Oh,
Did I say
yeah.
that?
You had
Yeah.
Johnny U on there? Okay.
But Travis wins.
Drew Brees,
Nice.
huh? There's okay. So Marino none.
Yep.
Breeze 1. Rodgers 1. Like I'm just thinking Super Bowl win.
Roethlisberger has 2, and he's what number?
He is. I'm looking it up
I
right now.
bet yards hurt him.
Yeah, and
He's
yeah,
18.
Never won an MVP.
Yeah,
like you know
okay.
he's that.
He was never the best at a single year. Like
No.
you can never look back to the year he was the best football quarterback in the
Steve
league.
Young was.
It certain stretches he
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the right guy
but
for the
the
moment.
thing was, like,
yeah.
Peyton and Brady were all at the
True.
same
Yeah.
time, and so
Yeah,
any
yeah.
year that Ben was balling, so was Peyton, so
I
was
thought
Brady.
the 2 might have put him over the hump.
I'm taking
Yeah.
Brady off the list. Okay?
Okay.
You got one game to go play. Who are you taking? You can't have everybody else is available.
One game,
Yeah.
Montana.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
me
guy
too.
doesn't miss.
Me
Yeah.
Doesn't
miss. That's like taking Jordan.
Mahomes
Yeah.
was getting closer, but and I don't want to say backed up, but now Mahomes is 3-2 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Joe's 4-0. Got close a lot.
Pickless in the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
Pickless
Yes.
in the Super Bowl, and the clutchest dude
ever
this
Yes.
side of Brady.
Joe Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Would you take Brady ahead of Joe? Yeah.
I wouldn't
right?
mind picking second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brady is unreal.
He really is.
He really is.
I think he's got a little bit of LeBron in that the further we're beyond him being done,
Yeah.
the more we're going to appreciate it.
You know,
and that's certainly true with
Have
LeBron.
you guys heard about their relationship, Brady and Rodgers?
No.
I hear it's pretty icy, and
Oh,
they
that couldn't surprise
they
me.
couldn't be more different. It seems like Barry Bonds and Maguire. The reason Bonds did what he did because he was jealous of the attention Maguire got. I think
Rodgers or Brady is the guy Rodgers wants to be.
Too late.
I know, way too late. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go the other way.
Too late.
Big time.
And Tom Brady, I was going to say Tom Brady's universally liked. I don't know if he's universally tolerated. You know what I mean?
Respected.
And universally respected for sure. But I don't think a lot of people have like super negative associations with Tom Brady.
No.
Maybe it's like a little artificial, a little this, little that. But like, I don't think anybody really hates the guy that's Tom Brady.
The worst stories of Brady's I've ever heard from players that played with him were from when you made a mistake.
Yeah.
And
That's
he would go after you.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but he would go to the nth degree. But he was that guy.
When he's playing at that level and he's as successful and prepared and knowledgeable, and quite frankly, he was probably, when he was lighting someone up, he's probably right.
Definitely.
Then, okay, I got to wear that.
Of course.
I got to wear that.
But it could get a little personal.
Sure. No. I'm not saying that you love it in the moment.
He's TB12 and he does everything right. He goes home, he rests, he comes back, he works.
Doesn't eat strawberries
at all. That's what I'm saying.
Strawberries are so good. I don't know what his deal is.
You
with
dropped that because you had a Diet Coke. That type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the extra fries.
Right.
So I want you to look someone up, Travis, right now. Tramell Tillman. His name is Tramell Tillman. So this has been going around Twitter. And you mentioned Barry Bonds.
Oh, my.
And he's the star, Mr. Milchick of Severance. And people are saying they need him to play Barry Bonds in a biopic.
That is Barry Bonds.
That looks a lot like Barry Bonds.
And he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
And I want him to be Barry Bonds in a biopic like yesterday.
What would be the third act to the Barry Bonds story? Where's the redemption?
That's what's missing.
You don't have it yet.
Do you need redemption?
No, the wrestler ended. He jumped off the top rope, and we think he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could it just be like Oblivion or not Oblivion?
So
but
here's
like
the thing with
into
the Barry story.
nothingness.
Right? The Barry story is displeasing.
Yeah.
Because that he was this great player who came from a great player. Right? His dad was a really good major league player. And grew up around Willie Mays, I think is his godfather. That
guy's a historian.
I believe Barry, like we were talking about, is the number one pick in the draft.
Yeah.
He was a mega star, best player in baseball. He became this cartoonish villain because of PEDs and because of the home runs and his just complete contempt for media, and he just wouldn't participate. And then it just ended.
So
like there's been no, hey, like even the most ardent, difficult, PED people and otherwise have all kind of softened as they've gotten a little older, right? Like Mike Tyson but Mike Tyson went from
McGuire came back.
He did. He came back in base, but he also did the guys. Hey man,
I know.
I wish I would have done some stuff
Came
differently.
back and coached.
He's never done that.
Yeah, and they allowed him to be around. Sammy kind of came back, I think.
Finally,
yeah,
just recently.
Came back.
But like Tyson, I think is a great. Tyson was everybody loved Tyson. To oh my god, he's kind of a super bad guy. To he's all problematic in a million different ways, and he's a pariah. To now, Mike is really well liked and a sympathetic figure in a number of ways.
Mike whooped the dude's butt on an airplane, and you were mad at the other dude.
You were on Mike's side.
You were on Mike's side.
Yeah.
That's a big turnaround.
So here's how I would end the Barry Bonds biopic if I was the director or writer of this. You have the last year that he's eligible to be in the Hall of Fame, and he has a camera in front of him, and he has people around him as if he might get in, and you see his name not be read, and then you see the stare go, a smile go fade a little bit, and then he just goes into blackness of like he'll never be recognized for this or something like that.
I don't think he's ever gonna.
Hey man,
well, no, that's the point. You end on a sour note. You end in the bleakness.
Grave not having it happen.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then it's like black, and then it's like, here's all the things that he accomplished, and he'll never get into the Hall of Fame.
Rose is a great example.
Yeah.
Rose, to his dying day, never fully owned it.
Yep.
He always had one foot on the brake. Like he kind of I did it, but what's the big deal? Yeah, I did it, but I never did.
Several chances to.
They desperately wanted to bring him in. They really did, and he never allowed. And then something would pop up, and he would double down on it.
And
he
go
just
back.
Never did it.
And then you found out more stuff about him that you didn't want to know. If Barry was sitting here, my first question would be, why did you do it? First of all, did you take steroids? Yes. Why?
I don't think you'd ever get past that first question.
Even at this point, dude, you ballooned up like He-Man.
He's never done it
in his life. Come on.
He's never said that, DeMarco. Like to your point,
I know.
You're asking the right questions.
I know,
but he would reject the first question, and we're nowhere.
And you're Pete Rose,
and we're nowhere. It's like, well, then where do we go from here?
Do you think he ruined his life by taking PEDs? Because he became the biggest thing in baseball.
I think Barry.
But you are a baseball historian, and now that is cut away from you.
I do believe that Barry falls into a very thin slice of human beings. I don't think Barry gives a damn
about the Hall of Fame.
I don't think Barry gets any validation from what other people think about him.
And that's what the biopic's about.
I think.
Okay, wait.
Most people do.
Yeah.
And most people.
Reggie doesn't give a damn what you think about him.
He does deeply.
I think Barry might too. I know he's cantankerous, but
Reggie is cantankerous. But Reggie does care what people. Reggie has softened as he's gotten older.
I'd be surprised if Barry didn't care.
Barry has never given a single indication that he cares what people like you and me think about him.
Then why would you go chase a record then?
To see if he could do it. To do it.
Or because this guy doesn't deserve to be the home run king I am.
To make the money, to set the record, to do all of the things, but I don't think he's going to have that come to Jesus moment where he realizes I need to have other people validate me.
Do you think of course he did. He's a baseball player. He makes tons of money. But do you think he made more money chasing records?
Yes.
Like endorsing what?
I don't know if it was endorsements, but Barry was the best player in baseball for a long time.
He was being paid, period. I just wonder, did he... It's just weird.
Weird. Barry got paid more by being a 70 home run guy than he would have been a 35 home run guy.
Of course.
So, yes, yes. He was the best baseball player.
All you have to say is I did it because McGuire did it.
And if you are wondering why we're talking about this, just look at Trammell Tillman and how much he looks like Barry Bonds.
He doesn't even have to say. All he needs to do is, guys, I messed up along the way.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Who's going to play Jim Leland?
Sam Waterston.
Sam Waterston, and oh my God, go at it. I want that same thing.
He's got to start smoking 80 packs of cigarettes a day, but he could do it. The Dump's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Whatever happened to doing the show today without your shirt on?
It's a very interesting question.
Did you offer to at some point?
At one point I said, yeah. By the way, I've never stopped going to the gym.
I've been on a Zoom call with Mason that he did with his shirt off.
Yeah.
With Kevin Demoff, the COO of the Rams.
And I was ripped. I was shredded.
He was also in bed, Heather.
Yeah, I was in bed, but shredded.
OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Losing your home in a wildfire is devastating, and the fight for insurance money shouldn't make it worse. Jacob Imrani is helping families impacted by the Eaton fire, suing Southern California Edison, and holding insurers accountable.
First, I didn't know what to do. I heard what you were doing for my buddy by loading his car up. He calls me, he says, guess who's loading my car with water? Jacob Imrani. Right. I mean, for real. I said, well, I'm going to talk to Jacob.
Call him at 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Visit him online at calljacob.com, and together we are LA Strong.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and me to watch Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to the Ultimate Wrestling event on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
Sunday night in Los Angeles, it was another offensive barrage for the Kings as they scored 7 goals for the second straight game and extended their home point streak to 14 games, a new franchise record.
Behind the net, Pinot. The trapezoid takes it in front, centering pass, score! Warren Fogle, and the Kings lead 2-1 on Fogle's 100th career goal and his 20th of the season.
Tonight, the 3-game homestand comes to an end as the Kings host the New York Rangers. Listen live at 7:30 Pacific on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
I need to.
What?
I can't read the screen.
Oh, see, me too. Look at that.
I need to go.
Can I do one before you go in the dump?
Please go.
Free Cain Velasquez. There, I said it.
All
Free Cain Velasquez. There, I said it again.
No, I heard you the first time.
Velasquez.
Heel.
Not with a U. Velasquez.
What did I say?
Velasquez.
I hate you right now.
No,
I hate you right now.
Velasquez.
What are you subbing for Chris?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh wait, let me.
You're too far from
there.
the mic.
Am I too far from the mic again?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Say it again. Velasquez.
Velasquez.
What did I say?
Velasquez.
Shut up. Anyway.
This is going to be Rosemary all over again?
We already got that. Rosemary is your friend.
Wrong.
Oh shoot. Never mind.
Rosemary is the seasoning, the herb. Rosemary is my buddy G-Fish's lovely wife.
Just apologize for me. I'm going to screw that up.
The police were chasing a suspect. And said suspect disappeared into the Disneyland parking garage after ditching his stolen car, which I have always maintained is the way that you could get away from a police pursuit. Is go into a parking garage and disappear because the air support can't see you anymore.
Yeah.
Right? And there are so many people, you just need to get into a crowd. If they don't know what you look like and you can get in there, you're going to get away.
What's that movie? Is it Driver? With the Notebook guy.
Drive.
When he's a driver, he's a getaway driver. He's a pro, and he doesn't know who he's working with. He just shows up. They come out of this place with money, hop in the car, and he drives away.
Okay.
The opening scene is he drives to a Clippers game.
There you go.
Right when they come out.
Yeah.
Right.
Hop out of the car
and walks
blend
away.
Into the crowd.
It was awesome. Yes.
When was this movie made?
When did that? What's his name first?
2011, I think. Did you mention Christina Hendricks is in it?
Oh. No,
yeah, she is.
Yes,
she's
a love interest.
I'm not going to spoiler alert this, but yeah, she's in it. It's one of my favorite movies, and like you mentioned, the goes in the parking garage. That's our parking garage.
Yes, right there.
2011 Clippers. Momo, you may need to help me with this. 2011 Clippers. That was Lob City, right? That was that version.
I think it was. I think Blake Griffin jerseys were everywhere in that scene.
The reason I'm asking is if this were a little bit before that, you couldn't disappear at a Clipper game.
This is true.
There just wouldn't be enough
That's a
people.
bad spot.
But by the time we had Lob City, there were plenty of Clipper fans to blend into.
You went to the wrong team.
But if this was like the Brent Berry era Clippers,
my
the Norm
God,
Nixon
you're
era
caught.
Clippers,
But I want to
you'd be
say
there alone.
Drive is the most like 2011 film that I've ever seen.
That movie's awesome.
Yeah, it's like because the actors in it
What's his
are at their zenith. Or
Ryan
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, thank you.
Are at their zenith at this point, right? Ryan Gosling is really working in a bunch of movies right in a row, a lot of indie movies, a lot of dark movies. Christina Hendricks in it, which means it has to be in 2011 because she.
Is that what the heyday?
I love her, but
that's when Mad Men was cranked up.
Oh, that's the heyday. Okay.
Yeah, and it's also the last couple of years of actually filming things in Los Angeles. Like all of this is filmed in Los Angeles.
And Cranston's in it.
Yes.
Is he?
Bryan Cranston is in it, and Albert Brooks plays a villain.
A lot of people.
And Carey Mulligan's
yes.
Carey Mulligan's the main love interest. Christina Hendricks is someone else's love interest that happens to be an important part of the movie later on.
Drive?
Yeah.
Is it good, Em?
Fantastic.
Super good.
I
Super
highly recommend. I was obsessed with this movie in 2011.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll put it on my queue on my Netflix or wherever it is, and by the year 2075, I might get around to it.
Will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Yes.
I also know that the odds of me actually ever queuing it up or low.
He's never gonna watch it.
I guarantee you.
It's not that I wouldn't like it. It's just that I will never
for
do
free
it.
on the
This is
Roku
your
channel.
movie. I'm telling you. This is your
I don't
movie.
think it's his movie. I
No,
do
his
think he'd
type.
like it.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you like Albert Brooks? You think he's funny?
I do.
Imagine him playing a villain.
Albert Brooks plays Hank Scorpio in The Simpsons, and it's one of the all-time great Simpsons characters.
Wait until you
So,
see this guy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This is not what you're hoping for. A flight from LAX to China, where in China, not specified, but to China, was turned around because the pilot had forgot his passport.
Oh, geez.
So they were 2 hours into the flight, 2 hours over the ocean. U-turn back to San Francisco to where they landed. This pilot either got off and they got a new pilot or picked up his passport
They got a
or
new
whatever.
pilot.
A new pilot.
Unacceptable. I'm
right?
going bonkers on that thing. Are you kidding me?
That's nuts.
We're in the air, right? What's the worst that can happen to you without a passport if you're a pilot?
They turn you around and send you back.
Okay, so but I got to where I'm going.
Right.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes.
No. Land in Hawaii and get a new pilot.
Makes sense.
Maybe there was some sort of like United would be implicated in something bigger if he landed without his passport with him. I don't know.
I can't. The solution to the pilot forgot his passport was to U-turn it in the middle of the ocean. Seems like the worst possible.
It doesn't make
outcome.
any sense.
No.
Yeah.
That's
and the
smell it?
checklist. You have your passport. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you take off.
That's one of those things that you triple, quadruple, check 5 billion times before you get on a flight.
This is why I'm buying an RV for the summer.
Good birthdays today. Elton John. Sir Elton John. Yes, Sir Elton John?
Sir Elton
I believe
John.
he is knighted. Sir Elton John turns 78 today.
Nice. I saw his last show. Where was his last show? Was it here?
Dodger Stadium.
Dodger Stadium. Yeah. Did all the hits.
He's got like 50 hits.
He was also nominated for an Oscar this year for Best Original Song and is a movie about his show, about his whole last tour.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He did not win, so.
They might do another movie on him at some point.
He had, he's been famous for 50 years?
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
You're so famous, you have 2 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous for, like, there are people that were famous and live 50 more years, but to be famous for 50 plus years?
And
maybe?
working for 50 years, yes.
Happy birthday also to Sarah Jessica Parker and Danica Patrick, who turns 43.
Can we have an honest discussion about who was the first one again?
Sarah Jessica Parker,
Sarah Jessica
Sex and
Parker.
the City?
Yes. There was so much heat. Like if you like she was the least attractive person on the show, but she was the star.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't mind. I didn't see what all the brouhaha was about. Did you?
I don't understand the question.
Like, why would you rank her 4th out of
that's
every one of that
everybody's
list?
got a different what you like.
I mean, Lena Dunham was the star of Girls, and I wouldn't say that she was the most beautiful person in Girls.
It's just I like that flavor of ice cream. You like this flavor of ice cream.
It just seemed very excessive. Like, I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
Now I'm with you. Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that.
I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
You're saying that the backlash to her was disproportionate to what it was.
Correctamundo.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Like, really? Okay.
And she's with Matthew Broderick, right?
Ferris,
my man.
Yeah. No more Ferris movies. I feel strongly
One more.
about
I need to. I have to have a Ferris update.
Supercross talk coming up next.
LA's mega sports station.
strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, take your pick, more or less, for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash today. And on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with guys from basketball, hockey, esports, and a whole lot more. Download the app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play that first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Collectors, Front Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th.
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com.
That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Are you ready?
For?
Dodger baseball.
No, that's a good question. No.
Ready for?
Lit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, bro. He's back.
This Chris Morales 2.0. This is a different guy. He's a different guy, different takes, different attitude.
Wrong.
Yeah, loves the world.
He's back.
Wrong.
Yes. It's the same?
He's back.
It is the same turned up.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well,
It's pretty great.
I told him I do not want to hear him play the I Almost Died card. Did he play that a lot today?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I would say the over-under DeMarco, what, 30 times?
Whoa.
Per minute.
Yeah.
Per minute.
That's going to wear out.
I asked him.
Strokes.
Yeah.
I literally asked him. I said, how long are we going to be doing this?
Yeah.
And
wow.
And his answer was forever.
He's like lording it over people.
Yes. Four strokes. I almost died. Four strokes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Same guy, and his heart is working better now.
That's good.
So 2.0, mate, it's Chris ratcheted up
well,
now.
The whole thing that surprised me was that he actually had a heart in the first place.
Oh, gosh. We're already there.
That line. Damn.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
It was originally an exploratory surgery. Is there a heart there?
It's like the Grinch thing, that little thing. Remember when they...
I got some for you, Mason. I got some material for you. I'll save it for you.
Okay,
I'll save it for you.
Heart-related material?
Near-death experience-related material.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The old NDE.
Yeah, he's had those too.
What's
like
that?
he had DeMarco. You asked him about
He had
that.
an NDE.
Like just the. Did you see stuff?
What'd you call it?
An NDE,
near-death experience.
Oh, yeah.
I read a little bit about those.
He said he was
Those are
out.
fascinating.
He said he had strokes, he had seizures, but he doesn't remember.
Yeah.
He was out. I said, did you see anything while you were out? And he said, yes. I'll let him tell you the story.
Okay, good.
He did see stuff. Yeah.
What have you read about NDEs?
People, it's really weird. A lot of people have the exact same experience, which suggests to me that there really is something. The tunnel is a real thing that people see.
Okay. Well, I read something that there is a chemical that they have identified that seems to be released right as you're going into that NDE state.
Yep.
And they've released it, and it's something that you can actually. It's like an acid trip. It's kind of it's like not
a hallucinogenic.
Yeah, it's like a hallucinogenic thing that you could probably recreate.
Yeah. What an NDE is like you're on a table and you almost die, or
Correct.
a bullet goes past your head.
No,
the
there's
first thing.
It's something when your brain is shutting down, basically.
Okay,
that's my thing. Like, it's not just, and I'm not saying there isn't or that there is, but my speculation is, to your point, Mace, about how everybody has a similar story that has gone through like this. our physiology of all human beings is very similar.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we're all going through the same physiological responses, to your point, Momo, of as this part of my brain shuts down or that part of my heart, that it releases a thing that makes us all experience something
people-
similar.
Seems to reactivate a certain part of your
He'll
brain.
tell you
too.
the people he saw and talked to in that state. It's different
Really?
for
Was I
everyone,
there?
but I guess we all
Was I
go
there?
there.
You really do want to be everywhere, don't you?
Yeah, I really. I made a
I think
brief,
you might have been.
I made a brief appearance in his
If
AD.
there is a spotlight or near-death experience,
Wow.
you would like to be in it.
Hey, Chris, go back.
Tell me other thing. Yeah.
Turn around.
Yeah.
Turn around. You're not done here.
They said if he had died, it's a final.
Yes, it is a final.
Bam!
Bam.
Turn
Exactly
around.
right.
My God, it's good to have him back though. Yeah.
So he mentioned earlier today that we're not going to do the Mandy's this year, unfortunately, but they will be revised or reprised, I should say, in 2026, but maybe under a new name.
Different name.
And maybe the Bammies?
The Bammies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh, bam.
The Bammies.
Bammies.
What do you guys
is
think
good.
of Bammies?
Hmm.
No, okay,
Oh,
that's a
we're
no
changing
from
the
Ramona.
name?
Maybe. Okay.
Yes.
The
He said
Bammies
Well, I
is
also
interesting.
I want to leave this open to. Can we still? Oh, this is such an ego trip for me. Can we do like online voting and not have an actual
Oh my
ceremony,
God,
but
she
still
wants
give the
to
award?
be the fill-in host of the year so bad.
You want
She's mad it got canceled.
You're like Lou Gehrig. You want to
a little mad.
You want to get your consecutive game streak.
Exactly.
So I don't. People didn't necessarily see this at the party, but in my studio space, we had all the Mandys, and then we had like Bob Miller Awards,
Yeah.
those microphone things, and Juan put little spotlights on each
Nice.
one. So it was totally lit up. I don't know
Yeah.
if that necessarily played with Chris or if Chris saw it, but
That's funny.
they maintain a coveted spot in the studio.
How many Bob Miller awards do you have?
Maybe 6 or
Really?
7,
There's no
something
way
like
you don't
that.
know exactly how many you have.
I lost count.
Oh,
I
Mace,
totally
come
lost
on.
count.
I like that.
Yeah.
Bob Miller's terrific.
Yeah, Bob Miller's great. They're not actually the Bob Miller Awards. You know that, right?
No.
That's just what I call them.
Oh, well, that's good. But
He was
good
the
enough for
president of
me.
the SCBCA.
Oh, that's fine. That
or
should be
whatever
called
that
the Bob
was.
Miller Award.
Yeah,
It's a perfectly good name.
absolutely right.
On the scale of where the Lakers were defensively, call it a month ago, and where they are now, is the actuality of their defense somewhere in the middle? Is that we've seen the low
I think
point
everybody
right
needs
now?
to relax.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can give you a very X's and O's explanation of what's going on.
Oh, please
but,
do.
It's Supercross and Travis is
sure.
going to leave
Yeah.
in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, you guys
So-
3 minutes, 4
yeah.
minutes. He's not good anyone.
Please do.
I'm
Let
looking
me
at the
know.
clock. So
4,
let me
but
just
go ahead.
explain it
No,
like
actually,
this.
you know what he sees? He sees a tunnel, and he's moving.
He's moving towards
I'm having my own NDE.
towards the end of
Hey.
this show.
So I'll put it this way. Essentially, what they were doing was deciding, based off of analytics, what they were going to allow to beat them. Okay, if Aaron Gordon is going to beat them shooting threes, or Russell Westbrook's going to, they were daring the worst and least efficient plays. Okay, and it's not just like players. It's okay. Ja Morant, let's say for example. He's better at shooting threes if you go over the top of the screen versus if you go below the screen.
Got
okay.
it.
And they would look at the analytics saying, well, he's never made more than 3 threes when somebody went below the screen.
Right.
So they're going to just always play it that way. So every single play that their opponents were doing, they had the stats on. Here's what we're going to allow. Here's what we're not. The ways they're not going to allow it, so you kind of overplay certain things.
Playing
and
the numbers.
And,
That makes
yeah.
sense. So they're either
And you
gonna-
underplay other
Either
things.
they're going to switch or fight through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, something like that. So when they basically probably in each of these games they said, okay, here's what we're gonna make Josh Giddey beat us on pull up jumpers. Well,
And he did.
He did.
So it's
But
just guys are hitting shots they don't usually hit?
not necessarily. So this is the first part of the explanation. The things they're deciding to give up, they're giving up, and those people are making it at a higher rate. So just think about it like you're playing poker. If you just keep, let's just say blackjack, okay? You're only going to hit on 16 or you're not going to hit on 16, whatever. Okay. The odds are you're going to win over time. But in a short sample size, you might lose sometimes.
Sure.
But you just have to keep playing that way.
Right.
So the way the Lakers defense
but
works
don't
is
break.
you just keep playing the odds. But it requires you to say, if I'm not going to let this guy beat us doing this, you really have to overplay that. You really have to make sure you're not giving that up to this particular player, or you're not giving. Do you see what I mean? If you're going to give up certain things, you have to make sure you don't give up the other things.
Right.
And that requires an incredible level of trust, communication, basketball IQ, etc. LeBron was basically the quarterback defensively, and he's great at it. But he was out for those 7 games, so I think there was some slippage each game. other people went into those roles. But now that he's back, he's trying to re-quarterback things. But it's Luka was kind of quarterbacking, and then now you got a little. Both guys are kind of trying to play free safety, and you can't do that. They're not shutting down the things they said they were going to shut down. They're just giving up everything rather than taking away certain things and giving up other things. They're just giving up everything.
Right. By the way, the defense is only one part of this, though, because the offense, I think, looks broken, too.
Pretty
the
broken.
offense was, basically Luka.
And Austin.
Luka, and then, well, that's what it was then. But like last night, it's Luka ISO. Then the next time down the floor, it's LeBron ISO, and it's back and forth and back and forth.
It wasn't like that right after the trade,
No, you didn't have that synergy that they found during that winning streak.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're both such smart players. I mean, they're going to figure out how to put it back together.
They just need to play together some more. And I think defensively...
And Austin felt sort of left out last
night. He does.
Yeah.
When the Lakers were at their best, Austin was great.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's just...
It's pieces that need to reconfigure.
Reconfigure.
It felt... like right before and right after the trade, it was firing. Like to your point about the poker numbers or the blackjack numbers, we were winning at a rate that was unnaturally high.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're losing at a rate that is unnaturally high. That it's somewhere in the middle. That they're not going to be as dreadful as they've been, but they're probably not going to get back to what we saw for those first few weeks.
It is true though that Chicago shot beyond expectations.
Yeah.
And so did Orlando's not a good.
Well, there's two things that both teams are that the Lakers are not. Young
and fast.
Oh, yes.
And so those are dangerous teams. And I think if you're looking at the playoff matchups, it would make me a little scared to play Memphis. Memphis is young and fast.
Yeah,
that's where they're.
Houston's young and fast too.
Yeah, but they play a little slower.
Yeah,
Wagner.
They play more half court.
We're in America, so it's Wagner.
It's DeMar was giving me a German lesson earlier.
Frank
he lived
Wagner.
In Germany.
Yeah.
Frank, lived in Germany?
8 months. No, like 2 years in Berlin.
You loved it?
You did NFL Europe?
It was fun.
Berlin's kind of a crazy town.
But it's just like being here. It's just, you're over there. It is.
Wait a minute. Okay, hang on.
I wouldn't say
want
that.
to just stop on that.
I've never been to Germany.
Being in Berlin is just like being here, except you're there.
Traveling to
That
Cologne.
is exactly what you said.
To Cologne, to other places. The most Americanized city over there.
Oh, I see.
Yes, that's what I mean. Berlin. It was easy for us to get around there than any other place.
Munich
Berlin has a very modern
Munich
vibe.
is like an old-timey town.
I pictured beer steins and lederhosen.
Exactly. Munich. Exactly right.
They got
I want to go to that
Weisswurst.
part.
Yeah.
I want to.
Have you had the white sausages in Munich?
A lot of
Oh, my
sausages,
God.
a lot of beer.
Weisswurst.
Long sausage and a small little bun. Yes.
Those white sausages.
Oh, my God.
What is the meat in that? Do I want to know?
Weisswurst. That's how you say it.
Okay.
Like,
Weiss.
well, it's WEISS and then WURST. Weisswurst.
I don't know. I do know that Super Crosstalk is over.
Oh, it is.
See you tomorrow.
Ding, ding.
Sunday night in Los Angeles, it was another offensive barrage for the